This is Talk Radio, WCZN. It's time for Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio, WCZN. Play ball! Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio, WCZN is brought to you by Frame World, Wow, Crestwood Medical Center, Northrop Grumman, Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, Owens Home Appliance, Bill Penny Toyota, and by Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Now, let's head to the ballpark with the voice of the Trash Pandas, Josh Carey.
And a good Sunday afternoon to everyone. Josh Carey welcoming you to Regions Field in Birmingham, Alabama, where today it is the final game of a three-game series between the Rocket City Trash Pandas and the Birmingham Barons. Back at Mission Command running the boards is Daniel Williams, and this is the pregame show. The first pitch for today's game between Rocket City and Birmingham has been pushed back to 2:50 p.m. That's thanks to a rain shower that rolled through here about an hour, maybe hour and a half ago, and the rain, it looks like, is going to dissipate. We should be able to get this ball game in, albeit a little later than we had originally planned. But again, 2:50 will be the first pitch, and until then, we'll get you through the pregame show. This will be the rubber game of a three-game series between these two teams, as Rocket City and Birmingham, they've split the first two, including last night. It was Rocket City losing 6-4, really a frustrating game for Rocket City. They out-hit Birmingham 11-4. Birmingham committed 2 errors. Rocket City committed none, and yet at the end of the day, it was the Barons who got the victory. They get a grand slam home run by Samuel Zavala in the 7th inning. Meanwhile, the Trash Pandas leave 12 men on base. Really, Rocket City should have won the game going away, even with their ace Joel Hurtado on the hill, and yet Rocket City could not get over the hump as they lose 6-4. Here's what happened in yesterday's ball game. It was the Barons who would score the game's first runs in the 4th inning. Now, I mentioned Hurtado, the staff ace for Rocket City, got off to a fine start. He faced the minimum through 3 innings. He would strike out 4, and the ball game was scoreless entering the bottom of the 4th inning. Problem is, it was that 4th inning where Hurtado would really struggle, and that's where the Barons would jump out on top as Jacob Burke would lead off the inning with a solo home run over the left field wall. It was his 5th of the year, RBI number 23, that put the Barons in front 1-0. After that, it was Hurtado who recorded the next 2 outs. So it looked like he would cruise through that 4th inning, even with that home run hit. But getting that 3rd out proved to be a little tougher than originally planned for Hurtado. He would give up a single to Anthony DePino. DePino would move to second on a walk to Boston Smith. So with 2 on and 2 out, it was Dylan Campbell who came through with an RBI single into center field, scoring DePino from second, and that gave Birmingham a 2-0 lead. Rocket City would finally break out on the scoreboard in the top of the 5th inning. Up until this point, they had left 5 men on base, 2 in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd, and 1 more in the 4th. Finally, in the 5th inning, they would get an unearned run. 2 outs, no one on base. Rowdy Rodriguez would reach on a fielding error by the starting pitcher Juan Carrella. After that, a double by Jake Monroe into left field would move Rodriguez from 1st to 3rd. And then with 2 out, it was Tucker Flint who would draw a walk. So would Caleb Bartolero. His came with the bases loaded. That drove in his 17th run as a Trash Panda, and that gave Rocket City. That pulled Rocket City to within 1. The score was 2-1. However, Juan Flores would come up next, bases loaded, 2 out. Chance to give Rocket City the lead. He would strike out swinging, and that ended the inning for Rocket City. That also ended Juan Carrella's night. He would go 4 2/3 innings, 5 hits, a run. It was unearned, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. He would not figure in the decision. So it was 2-1 at that point. Things would stay that way until the 7th inning. It should be noted Rocket City loaded the bases with no one out in the 6th inning. However, Nick Rodriguez bounced into a 5-2-3 double play, and then Rowdy Rodriguez grounded out to first to end that threat. In the 7th, 2 outs, no one on base again. Caleb Bartolero would single. He would move to second on a throwing error on that infield single by the relief pitcher Jarl de Rosado. That went down the right field line, sending Bartolero to second, and that would set the stage for Juan Flores, who came through with an RBI double into right field, scoring Bartolero and tying the ball game up at 2 apiece. Both of Rocket City's runs for the evening were unearned. So it was 2-2 at that point. You thought Rocket City's bullpen would be able to seized the day as it was Chris Cortez who had struck out the side in the 6th inning. He came back on for the 7th. He would walk Boston Smith. Then he would hit Dylan Campbell with a pitch. That would remove him from the game. Cortez 1+ inning. After that, it was Leonard Garcia who entered the contest. He would hit Colby Shelton with a pitch, who was trying to lay a bunt down and move the runners along. That would load the bases with no one out. From there, Garcia would strike out Grant McGill, but then it was Zavala who stepped to the plate, and he roped a grand slam home run over the right center field wall. His 8th home run of the season, RBI 25, 26, 27, and 28, a grand slam, and that would make it a 6-2 ball game. So it was 6-2 at that point. Rocket City would try to make a charge in the 9th inning. 1 out, no one on base. Tucker Flint would walk, and then Caleb Bartolero with a 2-run homer over the left field wall. In fact, it went over the left field scoreboard 412 feet away. That 2-run homer was his 3rd dinger as a Trash Panda. RBI 18 and 19. Give him 3 for the ball game. That would make it a 6-4 contest. But after that, closer Rosado would settle down. He'd get a ground out by Flores and a strikeout swinging by Jake Thompson. Rocket City again comes up short by the final of 6-4. Here are your totals. Rocket City, 4 runs, 11 hits, no errors, but again, they left 12 men on base. And for Birmingham, 6 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors. They would leave only 2. Rosado gets the win in relief to move to 4-3 for Birmingham. He went the final 3 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, only 2 earned. He walked 1 and struck out another. And Cortez suffers the loss for Rocket City. He drops to 4-2. 1+ inning for Chris, no hits, 2 runs, both earned. He walked 1 and struck out 3. No save. Time of game 2 hours and 39 minutes, and the attendance 4,088. As again, Birmingham knocked off Rocket City last night by the final of 6-4. There's a look at last night's recap. We'll take a break here on the pregame show. Come back and hear the final installment of my podcast interview with Trash Panda's starting right-hander, Nate Snead. That's all coming up right after this as you listen to Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Crestwood Medical Center is committed to keeping patients safe, so please don't delay in getting treatment when you need emergency care. Visit CrestwoodMedCenter.com to see what they are doing to keep you safe.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care.
Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At AFIX, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. AFIX takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust AFIX as their partner. Call AFIX today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit AFIX.com.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Welcome back to the pregame show as we continue to get ready for first pitch. Rocket City taking on Birmingham this evening. Josh Carey with you. In this week's edition of the Josh Carey Show, I talked to Trash Pandas starting right-hander Nate Snead, who's in his first season with the Trash Pandas after being drafted by the Angels out of the University of Tennessee last season. In this section of my interview, Nate talks about his former head coach Tony Vitello and his chances of succeeding with the San Francisco Giants.
I got to ask, though, there are a lot of people who, frankly, want to see him fail.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you say to people who kind of want the guy to come up short? I mean, why is that, and why do you think people feel that way?
Yeah, I think a lot of people feel that way just because they think he's so young and, like, jumping from college to Major League Baseball, and some guys that are almost his age that he's managing, right? I think that he hasn't gained the respect aspect of it as much as he did at, like, Tennessee and in college. Like, he was like, oh, like, that's Tony Vitello. Like, you better like sit up straight, and you better approach him professionally. All right, so I think that's a lot of people don't see that respect for him in professional baseball yet, and it's kind of sad to see, especially that rep he's put on himself at Tennessee and what he did there and what he turned that program into in just 7 years of playing or of coaching there. And like I said, I think he's going to do a great job. He's going to find the people that he needs to win, and he will do a lot more winning, just like he has been.
You had a lot of great teammates while you were there. Probably the most notable to Trash Panda fans and Angel fans is Christian Moore.
Yeah.
We know he's also a very fiery competitor.
Oh, yeah.
He is also, when he's on, he can be a very dangerous threat. What was it like having him as a teammate, and what was it like watching him play every day?
Simo was awesome, man. That guy, he showed up.
Yeah.
That's what he did. He showed up and he did his work, got in. I mean, I can say the same about pretty much everybody else on that team. That team was so much fun to be around. But Simo, he was a great leader on the field with the way he played. He was batting leadoff, and it was either a double down the line or it was a homer over the batter's eye. You literally just knew he was getting on base, and that competitive side really brought out everybody else's competitive side, just because, like I said, he's batting leadoff, and you see him go out there and he's homer, double, single, triple, just playing his game. It would fuel the next guy in line, and you go out on defense. All right, I want to get back in and get these guys back in the batter's box, right? That's how he showed his emotion towards baseball, and everybody kind of played through each other.
A lot of great memories, I'm sure, at Tennessee, winning the national title. But just for you personally, is there a game or a moment that really sticks out to you, probably above anything else?
Yeah, I would say in 2025, last season against Florida, I got 2 saves in one weekend, and it happened to be my birthday weekend too. So it was just kind of a great weekend in itself, and had a blast. That 24 year. I pitched so much. It's so hard to remember them all.
Anything from the College World Series that stands other than the dog pile after y'all won it?
Yeah, well, actually, we didn't dog pile.
Oh, you did?
That's the crap. I think we got to be the first team in history to not dog pile.
Golly.
So it was pretty cool.
Maybe we'll do one at the end of this.
Yeah, maybe, hopefully. In 24, I would probably say pitching 5 out of the 6 games in Omaha was pretty incredible. It was a really cool experience. Getting a save in Game 2 to push to get Game 3 in the finals was pretty awesome. But like I said, there were so many great games and great memories on that team that year, and we all around was just so much fun.
Well, you're now in the Angels organization. What's it just been like? I know it hasn't even been a year yet since you were drafted. So, but that said, how do you feel about your development? And by the way, did you and Christian touch base after you got drafted, just being in the same organization again?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was the night I got drafted. I remember getting a text from him. He said, "Call me whenever you get the chance." Mm-hmm. And I called him that next morning, and he was just saying he was super pumped that they drafted me, and that they were really pushing for me, and that him and Ben Joyce, they were super excited to have me there. And like I said before, talking to him and talking to Joyce, really understanding what's asked of me in this organization and how to pursue things.
Yeah, so far you've only been here, I guess, a little more than a month, maybe 6 weeks or so. You've had some good moments. You've had some down moments. What are you learning about yourself as you just go throughout this process and learning to refine yourself as a pitcher? Yeah,
it's definitely staying in my routine and not changing anything, because it got me here for a reason, and you're going to struggle. You're going to have some down days, but it's a matter of how you bounce back that next time. It's not a matter of, what did I do wrong this time? I need to completely change everything. No, that's not how this game works. Mm-hmm. You're going to have those down days, but it's a matter of staying in your routine, staying in your rhythm, and becoming the best version of yourself every day. And whether it's something you work on every day or something that's taking months to achieve, right? So every day is a building block, and you're not looking for everything that's wrong at once.
Well, I appreciate your time. I just have a few more smaller questions to ask you. First and foremost, other than making the show, what's the one thing you want to accomplish in your baseball career that would stand out over anything else?
Probably making it to the Hall of Fame.
Okay, good for you.
So
it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, you like going to that nth degree, right?
Yeah.
Not just one SEC school, a bunch of SEC schools.
Yeah.
So you want to go Hall of Fame, okay?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I said, I try and set goals that aren't achievable within a month or two. Like, that'll take probably 12 more years from now, right? I mean, like I said, you got to stick to your routine, got to stick to what you know, got to learn what you need on a day-to-day basis and have a good time with it too.
I guess we touched on it a little bit just moments ago, but I'll go ahead and bring it up again. What would you say is probably the one memory in your baseball career that you've accomplished that stands out above anything else?
Man, besides the obvious?
Yeah.
That's so hard. I just think, like, my connections.
Right.
I think the guys that I've been around is, like, it's unmatched. Like, guys from from Wichita State, like Peyton Tolley, like, he's playing in the show. He is absolutely dominating. Like, knowing that's a guy I can reach out to. Or guys at Tennessee, like Drew Beam. He's one of my best friends. I talk to him on a daily basis. And guys like Ben Joyce, although I didn't play with him at Tennessee, he's in this organization. He's been through what I'm going through, and having him as a contact. And I think the relationships, like going back to like Q, Frank, V, kind of everybody I've worked with, they're always like, if you ever need anything, call me. If you ever need anything, I'm just a text away, like literally. And I always try and use those contacts to my advantage and really use them what they're there for, because they love that just as much as I need their help. They love helping that younger generation, those younger people, the things that they've gone through. They want to see them succeed too. So I think that's the biggest takeaway.
Final question, and you're already a guy who looks far into the future, so I'm going to ask you to look further. One day you're going to have to walk off the field the final time as a player. You're going to have to become like everyone else in here.
Yeah.
What do you see yourself doing once your playing career is over?
I always talk to my dad about it. Like opening a mechanic shop, just kind of working on cars and just.
Do you work on them now?
Yeah, me and my dad, we got a project car at home that we try and work on every time I get the chance to go home and get that thing on the road and have fun.
Okay, I got to ask. So what's your favorite car? Like, if you could pick one car to drive right now, what would it be?
Me and my dad, we work off each other pretty well. So it's either between a 68 Charger or a 68 Corvette. Like, him and I both really like those cars. And I remember I saw one in Arizona in spring training, and I like, my face lit up, and I immediately FaceTimed him. I was showing him. I was like, this is literally it. Like, this is the car. And it was super cool because, like, him and I mean, we've bonded over that stuff for my whole life. I mean, my grandparents had cool cars and stuff like that, and going to car shows, and that's just the stuff we bond over when it's not baseball, because it can't be baseball all the time.
And again, that is Nate Snead on the Josh Carey Show podcast. You can hear the interview in its entirety wherever you get your podcasts. And that'll do it for the pregame show. When we come back, you'll get starting lineups and first pitch of tonight's game between Rocket City and Birmingham. That's all coming up right after this as you listen to Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Now, Jimmy, you better not be eating that baseball again.
But, Dad, I yearn for the sweet taste of the sport. This is the best that I got.
Well, then, put down that ball and let's head over to the yard for something a little less rubber-y.
Don't eat your glove this season. Take advantage of our Big Zone deals and head on over to the Yard Milkshake Barn right outside of Toyota Field, where you'll find sweet treats like the Biscoff Cheesecake, Sweet Heat Mango, Shirley Temple Floats, and so many more. It's the Yard Milkshake Barn. Make this summer a home run hit.
You invest in your customers with your heart, soul, and skill. Well, it's time to invest in yourself with the next generation Cat 255 compact track loaders from Thompson Tractor. After all, those who give their best deserve the best. And this machine has it all, with features that include a more powerful engine, tri-axle truck loading capabilities, a spacious cab, and a smooth ride for all-day comfort. Thompson Tractor knows how much value you place on your customer satisfaction. It's how you build your business. It's also how we build ours. Since 1957, hardworking folks like you have counted on Thompson to provide the absolute best lineup of equipment in the industry, all backed by a customer service and product support team that time and again have proven to be second to none. It's all about maintaining peak performance. Always has been, always will be. Visit ThompsonTractor.com for details. Thompson Tractor, we're here for you.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
That was a recording of the national anthem presented by Regions Field, and we are ready to go this afternoon. Rocket City taking on Birmingham, rubber game of a 3-game series between these two. Josh Carey joined alongside Chris Harris, and back in Mission Command running the boards this afternoon is Daniel Williams. Here's the starting lineup for the Trash Pandas, who come in at 45-43 on the season, 10-10 in the second half. Nick Rodriguez is going to lead things off, play second base. He's 6 of 10 for the series. Rowdy Rodriguez will hit second and patrol center field. Jake Monroe in the 3 position. He's at the hot corner. Tucker Flint will back cleanup. He's out in left. Caleb Bartolero coming off of a 3 RBI game last night. He'll be in the 5 spot over at first base. In the 6th position will be Cole Fontenelle. He's this afternoon's designated hitter. Hitting 7th will be the right fielder, Jake Thompson. J.J. DeRazio bats 8th. He'll do the catching. And hitting 9th for Rocket City will be the shortstop, Mac McCroskey. The defense for the Barons, left to right, Smith, Burke, and McCants. Third to first, Bonnemer, Dixon, Campbell, and Briley. Behind the plate is Corona, and on the hill will be Jake Polish. Polish, 2-7, a 5.58 ERA. He's a former major leaguer, all of 1 game with the Chicago White Sox, but he's had a rough year of it this season. We'll tell you a little bit more about it, as again, he has an ERA over 5.5 and that 2-7 record. Your umpires for today's game, behind the plate calling the balls and strikes is Emmanuel Perez. Over at first will be Chad Westlake. He's the crew chief. And your third base umpire will be Trey Ward. The Barons are going to be dressed in red tops with white bottoms. The white bottoms have black pinstripes. Across the front of the red jersey, it says Barons in cursive lettering. Capital B, lowercase, everything else in black with white trim. You also have a black numeral on the back with white trim, red cap along with the black bill and the white capital Gothic letter B in the middle and black trim. As for Rocket City, gray tops, gray bottoms. It says Rocket City across the front in black capital lettering with red trim. You got a small red numeral on the left hip with black trim, large red numeral on the back with black trim. Rocket City wearing the all black cap with Sprocket shooting through the trash can in the middle. Polish is ready to go, as standing in is Nick Rod. 287, 3 homers, and 45 driven in. It is a rainy, humid afternoon, but much cooler thanks to that rain. 82 degrees at first pitch as the set by Polish. He'll go from the first base side of the rubber. The first offering, he squares the bunt, pulls it back, takes it high and in. That was a fastball. First pitch is at 2:52, and that means we technically had a 47-minute rain delay at the start of this ball game. Playing up at first is Bonnemer. Left-on-left matchup. Here's the next pitch. Swung on, rolled gently to second. This will be a routine play for Campbell. He'll fire on to first in time. 1 up, 1 gone in the first inning as Nick Rodriguez rolls out to second. And now Rowdy Rodriguez, 279, 12 homers, and 41 driven in. As he'll stand in, Rowdy's still looking for his first hit of the series. He's 0 of 9 to this point with 4 strikeouts. Polish, Rocket City has seen him several times over the years. Left on right as Polish kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss. He got the fastball by him. It's 0-1. His last time out, he got a win. 5 2/3 innings, allowed a run on 4 hits. He struck out 3, walked 4 in a 10-1 win at Columbus. Next pitch. Swing and a miss again. Looked like a slider that time. It will go to no balls and 2 strikes. He's out of Texas A&M as Polish. Has that 4-seam fastball, a slider, a cutter, and a changeup. Rowdy down in the count as the left-hander looks back in. Polish, high leg kick, and the delivery. Fastball going to miss high that time. 1 ball and 2 strikes. This guy will give up some hits. Back on June the 28th against Knoxville in this ballpark, he only went 5 innings. He gave up 5 earned runs on 13 hits. That's a lot. Here's the next offering. A swing and a miss, strike 3. Change up that time down and away, and Rowdy's woes continue. That'll be strikeout number 1 for Polish, out number 2 in the first inning for Jake Monroe.
This will be the 7th game out of the last 15 that Rocket City has had to endure a rain delay. So Nate Snead has had a couple of those starts, by the way, so he should be well-versed in delays.
Left on right against Monroe, first pitch. Fastball, and framing it for a strike was the catcher Corona. 0-1 Monroe, and even 300, no homers and 10 driven in. I can't remember if I did this. Here's the defense for Birmingham. Left to right, Smith, Burke, and McCants. Third to first, Bonnemer, Dixon, Campbell, and Briley. Behind the plate, Corona, and on the hill again is Jake Polish, as the next pitch is a fastball called a strike. 0-2, and just like that, a chance for Polish to wrap up the top of the first inning. As we're just underway, lights are already on here at Regions Field. Overcast skies above us, but it looks like we're going to get this one in. Here's the 0-2. Missing away, that time with a changeup. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Monroe. Polish out of Richardson, Texas. That is a suburb of Dallas. Off the line at first is Briley. From the belt, here's the 1-2. Fastball swung, hit foul, straight back to the screen. Going to remain at a ball and 2 strikes. Last month, he was actually the pitcher of the month. I'd say last month, it was actually May. He was the pitcher of the month in the Southern League, went 2-0 with a .75 ERA. Then after that, things started going south for him as the 1-2 swung on, hit foul off to the right. Going to remain at a ball and 2 strikes. He made his major league debut at Toronto, where he only pitched 1 inning, gave up 3 hits and 2 earned runs. That was back on June the 21st of 2025. Near the line at third is Bonnemer. Next pitch is a fastball missing inside, and actually that should have been strike 3. It caught the lower inside corner, but home plate umpire Emmanuel Perez did not ring him up. 2-2 on the right-handed hitter. Wind not a factor. The set again, and the 2-2. Swung on, chopped softly to third. Charging in Bonnemer. Fields fires on the run to first. In time there, Monroe rolls out softly to third base. And 1-2-3 go the Trash Pandas in the top of the first inning. At the end of half a frame, it is Rocket City nothing and Birmingham coming to bat. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
With WOW Internet, there's no surprises. Everything's included. Fiber-powered internet starting at $25 per month. One price. No contracts. No data caps. No hidden fees. Just reliable internet that's there for you. All the time. Every time. 99.9% network reliability. Get WOW Internet today at wowway.com. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At AFIX, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. AFIX takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust AFIX as their partner. Call AFIX today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Bottom of the first inning, 1-2-3 when the Trash Pandas in the top half, and now the Barons will come to the plate with a record of 33-56 on the season, 7-13 for the second half. Jacob Burke going to lead things off, play center field. Alec Briley hits second. He will play first. Caleb Bonnemer will be in the 3 position out at third. In the cleanup spot will be Boston Smith. He's 2 of 4. He's also drawn a bunch of walks, has hit a home run as well. He'll bat cleanup and play left field today. Dylan Campbell in the 5 spot at second base. Samuel Zavala, yesterday's hero, with a grand slam home run. He'll bat 6 and be the designated hitter. First pitch by Nate Snead. He hit him.
Oh, wow.
Just a fastball that got away from him, and it caught Burke. It looked like either in the shoulder or on the lower ear flap. He's fine. Well, at least he looks fine. He's up on his feet, and he's taking off his shin guard, his elbow guard. He never went to the ground, but not exactly how Burke wanted to start this game as Snead wanted to start this game as he hits Burke on the very first pitch he throws. That was a fastball that got away from him. Remember, Rocket City hit 2 Barons last night as part of that 4-run 7th inning. And right now, A.J. Smith, the Barons trainer, as well as manager and third base coach Pat Leland down there to take a look at him.
Oh, hit him in the helmet, yeah.
Yep. He's going to say, though, he's okay. Also joining in on the action is Daniel Milweed, their bench coach and first base coach. Burke will stay in. He'll trot to first and one on with no one out for Alec Briley, 247 with 16 homers, 51 driven in. Rounding out the lineup, Jorge Corona will do the catching and bat seventh. TJ McCants hits eighth. He'll play right. And batting ninth is Brendan Dixon. He will play short. First pitch is swung on, hit foul off to the left, 0-1. Defense for the Trash Pandas, left to right. Flint, Rowdy Rodriguez, and Thompson. Third to first, Monroe, McCroskey, Nick Rodriguez, and Bartolero. Behind the plate, DeRazio, and again on the hill, Nate Snead. 2-4, a 4.46 ERA. Throw over to first, and kind of stumbling back in with a head-first dive is Burke, who, by the way, is hitting .258 with 5 homers and 23 RBI before that first pitch. Right on left, Briley waits. Next offering. And that was a fastball that missed down and in. It'll go to a ball and a strike. For Snead, he's a 5-pitch pitcher. His best pitch is the fastball, but right behind that is his curve. After that, things sort of taper off. Slider, changeup, cutter, as the next pitch misses away. It will go to 2 balls and 1 strike.
Not a big crowd here today, and the ones that are here are trying to find some cover. Still some light rain falling, but have to create your own energy on this Sunday afternoon.
2-1. Swung on, popped up left side, ranging over the third baseman Monroe. He will run out of room as it lands about 3 rows back down that left field line. And evens at 2-2. Yeah, we kind of knew when that rainstorm rolled through and the World Cup's going on at the same time. We knew that that would take a bite out of the crowd. And candidly, if there are 500 people in this ballpark, I'd be surprised right now. Briley will stand back in 0 of 8 for the series with 5 punch-outs. Snead will try to finish him off as he goes from the third base side of the rubber. Long look in as he and DeRazio trying to get on the same page. Time called as Briley will step out. First ever game for Snead against Birmingham. Open stance for the left-handed hitter as Snead will set again. The 2-2, runner takes off, pitch is swung and missed. DeRazio fires to second. That one is not in time as Burke in with a head-first dive. Burke sort of hesitated coming out of the blocks over at first. Swinging and missing was Briley, but still the throw by DeRazio was late as Burke is now 15 of 16 in stolen bases. That'll also be strikeout number 1 for Snead.
It's a good pitch as that's the first, I believe, the first stolen base of the series, I believe, for Birmingham. Just the second over the last, 9 games?
Something like that. Right on right as standing in is Caleb Bonnemer, 247, and he takes the first pitch, a slider away. It's 1-0, 247 with 4 homers and 12 driven in. They do not run a lot. They really have to lean on their power game. Kind of like Chattanooga, right? Mm-hmm. Shaded up the middle is Nick Rodriguez. Next pitch is a fastball inside. Going to go to 2 balls and a strike. For Snead, he last pitched against Chattanooga on the 9th. That was 10 days ago, so he's had a nice little respite. Only went 4 innings in that ball game. He'll go from the letters, the 2-0 pitch. Here it is. Swung, belted deep down the left field line, but that's curving foul. He had the distance, but not the accuracy, as that one was about 20 feet to the left of the foul pole. And that is a very noisy strike one. It was a 2-0 pitch. He threw him a 4-seam fastball inside, and he was able to turn on it. So 2-1 on the right-handed hitter. By the way, as a ball club, Birmingham with 104 steals. I'm a little surprised by that. Next pitch. Called strike 2. That was a slider that actually should have been called high, but they gave him the corner high and in. It will go to 2 balls and 2 strikes. They're at 104, which is actually the second fewest in the league. I'm a little miffed by that. I thought they would be under 100. They only lead Chattanooga. Chattanooga doesn't run at all. They have 73 steals entering play today. 2-2 on the right-handed hitter. Snead, sidestep delivery, fastball ripped up the middle into center field for a base hit. Runner to third. They're going to wave him. Up Rodriguez, throw to the plate. That one is going to be cut off, and it's 1-0. A solid single into center by Caleb Bonnemer. He hit it just to the left of the pitching rubber. Again, going off to the first base side of the mound was Snead, and the ball went up the middle just to the left of second. And Burke scores easily from second base as the leadoff hit by pitch comes home to roost.
A quiet series for the top prospect for the Barons, but it's his first hit of the series. You can tell he's a talented young man, but as you talked about, just 20 years old, still learning at this level.
By the way, for Bonnemer, his 13th RBI, so it's 1-0 Birmingham, and Snead goes back to work. The fastball will miss high. It's 1-0. Isn't it interesting, though? You got two really kids going toe-to-toe right there. Snead for Rocket City against Bonnemer of Birmingham. Now, Snead's a little older because of his collegiate days. Next pitch. That one missed high as well. Another fastball, 2-0, but Snead learning to pitch, Bonnemer learning to hit. They go toe-to-toe, and Bonnemer winds up getting the best of it. 2-0 on the left-handed hitter as Snead off to a shaky start. He'll go back to the letters, and the 2-0. Fastball, there's a strike. Going to go to 2-1 on the left-handed hitting Boston Smith. 324, 5 homers, 10 driven in. I think Rocket City is going to switch around the scouting report on this guy. They plan to go right after him today. Next pitch, a swing and a miss. Four-seam fastball, kept it high and whiffing at it with Smith. It's 2-2. Smith has done a good job this series. He hits for power, but he also draws a ton of walks, and they don't want to walk him. They want to make him put it in play. They'll set up away. The set again, 2-2. Missing inside. That's another fastball. It'll run full to 3-2 and another deep count here for Snead. In that game against Chattanooga on the 9th, 4 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, both were earned. Struck out 1, walked 2. Wound up taking the loss 4-3. The kick and delivery, runner goes, pitch is fouled straight back again. It'll remain at 3 balls and 2 strikes, so it looks like they're going to try and challenge DeRazio today. Or the Barons. By the way, just going back to that hit by pitch of Burke, once he did that, he stole second, and it looked like it was going to be a pretty prime opportunity for Rocket City to get a strike him out, throw him out, double play, but again, the throw was late, and that set up the RBI single by Bonnemer. Set again, the 3-2 on the way. Runner takes off, pitch is popped up, foul, left side, that'll reach the seats, and remain at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pretty good battle here between Snead and Smith.
This World Cup final halftime shows something. Not sure if that's good or bad, but it's something.
Payoff pitch due to Smith. The left-handed bat ready to go. The set, the 3-2. Here it is. Runner goes again, pitches low, and that'll be ball 4. A hit by pitch, a single, and now a walk. Bonnemer goes first to second. Smith reaches. Walk number 1 by Snead, and he's already eating up a bunch of pitches. Time is called as Tim Levesque going to go out there, have a word with Snead. As he does that, Trash Panda fans, if you want to continue following the Angels' top prospects and tomorrow's stars wherever you go, then be sure to download the Valley Sports Live app. It's hands down the best way to watch minor league baseball. Get every game at your fingertips all season long, plus real-time enhanced stats and an interactive bingo game you can play right along with every pitch. You can watch from your phone or your TV, and the best part, it's completely free. Just head to the App Store and download Valley Sports Live today as the meeting is adjourned and will resume in just a moment. Dylan Campbell will come to the plate, 228, 10 homers, and 42 driven in. Let's see, Snead already up to 19 pitches. The good news is the bullpen should be good to go. That being said, they're already going to get someone up, and that's Lucas Knowles, who begins to throw in the Rocket City bullpen. Right on right, a double play would be divine here. Snead sets, and the first pitch. There's a strike as he fired a slider again. That was high and tight, but they got the call from Emmanuel Perez. It's 0-1. Cannot wait for ABS to get here, as playing behind the runner at first is Bartolero. From the letters, the 0-1. There's a strike. That one a fastball that caught the upper outside corner. 0-2 on the right-handed hitting, Campbell. By the way, at this hour, Chattanooga is home to Columbus. Columbus was winning late. Here's the set. The 0-2 swung and hit foul straight back to the screen. It will remain at no balls and 2 strikes. Actually, bottom 9, Columbus leading at 5-1. That's good news if you're a Trash Panda fan. Right now, Chattanooga a half game in front of Rocket City for that final playoff spot out of the North with 8 weeks to go in the season. Set again, the 0-2. Big curveball called, strike 3. It was high, but they're going to give it to him, and Dylan Campbell not too sure about it. I don't blame him. That is strikeout number 2 for Snead, out number 2 in the first inning, and 2 on with 2 out for Samuel Zavala. Before he stands in, let's give our stations a chance to identify themselves. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
HD 97.7.2, WZZN FM, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Talk Radio, WZZN.
Another curveball, another strike. It's 0-1. I know I was late on that one. Come on.
You were distracted by Justin Bieber.
Is that who that is?
That's an old Justin Bieber.
0-1. Swung, popped up. Looking up is DeRazio. Coming back to the screen, he'll watch it leave play. And it goes to 0-2. Well, that shows just how old we are. I remember watching him and not really caring who that was.
Shakira now on the screen.
I grew up with Britney, so I don't know.
Shakira still looks like she's 30, 25. She's what, 50 now?
I don't. Chris, I don't know.
Crazy.
0-2 on Zavala. 213, 8 homers, 28 driven in. 0-2. Swung, hit foul on the fastball off to the left. Going to remain at no balls and 2 strikes.
I want to see Nate finish it off right here. He's at 26 pitches.
And if he can, that'll hopefully keep him in the game. Time called as Zavala going to step out again. The grand slam home run yesterday that put the Barons over the top. Broke a 2-2 tie, gave them a 6-2 lead, and they won 6-4. Next pitch. Curveball again, popped up again on the infield. Snead calling people off. He'll give way now to Monroe, the third baseman. He makes the catch just to the left of the mound, and that will retire the side. And we've seen Rocket City blow a couple of those. That time it was Monroe who made the squeeze, and the inning is over. 1 run for the Barons, though. It is earned. They do it on 1 hit. There were no errors in the inning, and there were 2 left on base. End of 1. It's 1-0 Birmingham. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Minutes still matter in an emergency. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, high fever, and other emergencies often need fast medical care. Crestwood Medical Center is here to take care of you and your family. Learn more at crestwoodmedcenter.com.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. No one out-innovates Northrop Grumman, from creating the most powerful microchips on Earth to delivering over 1.3 million solid rocket motors at the pace of demand. Our growing workforce of 100,000 strong, spanning across all 50 states, demonstrates our commitment to the communities we serve. By investing nearly $13.5 billion into infrastructure and R&D, we're delivering defense solutions that redefine excellence. We won't just tell you we're developing the future of technology, we'll show you. Visit ngc.com to see for yourself.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Top of the Northrop Grumman second inning. Birmingham out to a 1-0 lead. Duo for the Trash Pandas, the middle part of the order. Flint, Bartolero, and Fontanelle against Jake Polish, who tossed a 1-2-3 first inning, struck out 1. Left on left, first pitch to Flint is a fastball inside, almost hitting him. It is 1-0. Again, we were delayed by 47 minutes at the start of this due to rain. Flint having another good series against Birmingham. No shock there as the fastball called a strike. 1-1. He's 4 of 8 against them in this series. Has a double and a run scored. Has not driven in a run. That's a little surprising. Rocket City has pounded out 24 hits for the series thus far. As the pitch is swung, tapped foul at the first base line. It will go to 1-2, and that's what makes last night's loss so frustrating. You've really outplayed Birmingham in both games of this series, and yet you're in a rubber game here this afternoon. By the way, it's now over in Chattanooga. Columbus a winner over the Lookouts 5-2. So Rocket City with a win here. They'll move back in front of Chattanooga for that final playoff spot. Next pitch is swung and lifted into deep straightaway center, but drifting back is Burke. He will saunter under it. He now moves to his right a couple of steps. He'll make the catch about 10 feet from the warning track. Flint flies out to center field. 1 up, 1 gone in the Northrop Grumman second for Caleb Bartolero. Bartolero, 215, 3 home runs, 19 driven in. Had a good game last night, drove in 3. He's now 4 of 9 for the series, including that mammoth home run in the 9th inning that went over the scoreboard in left field. Left on right, first pitch by Polish. Swung on, chopped toward third. That's a foul ball. 0-1. We were talking to voice of the Barons, Doug Greenwald, before the game, and a great little story about Polish. The only reason he got to make his major league debut, well, he had his passport with him. One thing the White Sox tell their players, first here's the set in the 0-1. Swung on, tapped softly to short, charging in. Now the third baseman, Bonnemer. He'll fire to first, not in time. As able to leg it out is Bartolero. He doesn't run all that well, but that ball was hit so softly that by the time Bonnemer, who was playing back at third, came in and fielded the ball and fired to first, Bartolero was able to leg it out.
Yeah, he doesn't necessarily run that great, but he was hustling down that line, and he was able to hit the bag in stride, which is always nice.
So first hit of the game belongs to Bartolero, and it'll be left on right as Cole Fontenelle comes to the plate. First pitch to Cole is a slider that's called a strike on the upper outside corner, 0-1. But anyway, the White Sox, they always tell their players, always have your passport with you because you never know what's going to happen. Well, sure enough, when Polish got the call, the White Sox were in Canada playing Toronto. As the next pitch is swung, looped down into center field, that's going to get down for a base hit. Going to second will be Bartolero. He'll stop there. Maybe jammed a little bit was Fontenelle. Still, he fought it off into center field. He'll collect his second hit of the series. It's 184 entering play today. Bartolero takes second, and 2 on with 1 out for Jake Thompson. Thompson, 303, a homer and 9 driven in, but sure enough, when he got the call, the White Sox were in Canada, and if he hadn't had his passport with him, he would have never made his major league debut, albeit for 1 game. He was called up on a Tuesday, returned on a Thursday. Left on left, here's Thompson. He's 3 of 7 for the series, and the first pitch is a fastball that is called a strike. Down the middle, it goes to 0-1. Final game of this series, then we head home. We take on Knoxville for 6 beginning on Tuesday. Runners with their lead. Behind the runner at first is Briley. The 0-1. Oh, that was a pretty good pitch. It was a slider, but they called it inside. Going to even out 1-1 as Emmanuel Perez struggling a little bit here in the early going.
You know where your passport is?
No. Actually, mine's expired. I need to get a new one. Thompson digs back in at the belt. 1-1. Fastball tapped softly towards second. Charging in Campbell. Up, underhand toss to first in time. The other 2 runners move up. That'll be out number 2. Bartolero goes second to third, and Fontenelle first to second. Tapping that ball towards second was Thompson, and a good play by Campbell to come charging in and flip to first to get Thompson. So 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position. Here's J.J. DeRazio. 250, 6 homers, and 20 driven in. What were we last night in with runners in scoring position? 1 of 9?
It was 1 for 11. No, 1 for 10. Left 11 runners on base.
Well, here's another chance here. Left on right, first pitch. Fastball high and away, 1-0. And for DeRazio, this is his first at-bat of the series.
I'm curious. He's been swinging the bat well. He's been on base 7 of 8, 4 for his last 14. But can you do that when you're only playing, 1 out of every 3 days?
The right-handed bat waits the 1-0. Fastball going to miss inside 2-0. The great part about JJ is he understands the situation. He understands Juan Flores. He's the up-and-coming prospect, so he's not going to get as much playing time, but when you're out there, you got to take advantage of it. JJ ready to go. Count 2-0. He should see a pitch to hit. Polish. Sidestep delivery. Swung, rolled right side, ranging, though, to his left Campbell. He'll field, fire to first in time, and yet again, Rocket City is going to leave 2 men in scoring position. DeRazio grounds out to second. And for Rocket City, no runs on 2 hits, no errors, 2 men left on base. Bottom of the Northrop Grumman second on its way. Rocket City down 1-0. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Minutes still matter in an emergency. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, high fever, and other emergencies often need fast medical care. Crestwood Medical Center is here to take care of you and your family. Learn more at crestwoodmedcenter.com.
Hey fans, catch the excitement of minor league baseball with the Bally Sports Live app. Watch your favorite team or scout the top prospects. Every game live all season long.
Strike three, you're out.
Plus, stream the Savannah Bananas and emerging fight sports to keep the action going. Best of all, it's totally free. No credit card required. Download the Bally Sports Live app today on your phone or connected device.
With WOW Internet, there's no surprises. Everything's included. Fiber-powered internet starting at $25 per month. One price. No contracts. No data caps. No hidden fees. Just reliable internet that's there for you. All the time. Every time. 99.9% network reliability. Get WOW Internet today at wowway.com. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Bottom of the Northrop Grumman second. Rocket City trails at 1-0. Fans, the mission at Northrop Grumman is to be at the forefront of technology and innovation, delivering superior capability in tandem with maximized cost efficiencies. The security solutions they provide help secure freedoms for our nation as well as those of our allies. 2 up for the Barons, bottom third of the order. Corona, McCants, and Dixon against Nate Snead, who scuffled in the first inning. He struck out 2, but he also hit a man, walked another, and gave up an RBI single to Caleb Bonnemer. So right on right, first pitch to Corona, swung on, chopped toward short. Coming in on 2 hops to Phil McCroskey, fires on the run to first in time. Corona goes after the first pitch he sees, bounces to short, 1 up, 1 gone in the second inning. For TJ McCants, Corona 218, 4 homers and 15 driven in. McCants will now stride to the plate with a 204 batting average, a homer and 6 RBI.
One thing, Josh, he was a little inefficient with was his fastball. I was looking at his pitch selection in that first inning. Really threw that curveball at the end of it. You can't rely solely on a curveball to get you over for strikes, but it's nice to have. I'd love to see that fastball a bit more consistent.
Fastball was high. Next pitch is another fastball, swung through and missed, 1-1, and that's a little disconcerting just because that's your most routine pitch. We'll see if he can bounce back, though, as McCants, former Alabama Crimson Tide. Next pitch is cued foul up the third baseline. Going to go to 1-2. Frankly, I don't remember this guy in the few times I've covered Alabama baseball, but the little nugget about him is both he and Bartolero have hit home runs here while playing college ball. McCants for Alabama, and, of course, Bartolero for Troy State.
Or does they go by Troy now?
1-2. Curve, a swing and a miss, strike 3. Actually, that was the slider down and in. McCants is disposed of on 3 pitches. And, not good for DeRazio. He fires the ball into left field as he tried to go around the horn. Still happens from time to time. That'll be strikeout number 3 for Snead. 2 quick outs in the Northrop Grumman second inning for Brendan Dixon. 162, 3 home runs, 9 driven in. First pitch, fastball cut through and missed. It's 0-1 on the right-handed hitter. Wind not a factor on this overcast Sunday. It's cooled off nicely, albeit humid. And now Emmanuel Perez, the home plate umpire, is going to dust off the dish as Dixon having some equipment issues. He's got a huge elbow guard, and that thing is so bulky, and he's having a hard time keeping it on. He's just going to fling it toward the dugout and say to heck with it. I think he wears that other that elbow guard he just threw away on his back arm, his right arm. That's a little odd. As the fastball inside, it's 1-1. I understand the front forearm, but the back one, that's a little unusual. Try to protect yourself from a hit by pitch. Next offering, a curve that is going to be high. And go to 2 balls and a strike on Dixon, who went 0 for 3 in Friday's game. Next pitch. Fastball high and tight. Struggling again. It's 3-1. Want to take care of this guy. He's had a rough season at the plate. Off the line at first is Bartolero. The 3-1 by Snead. Fastball high and tight. Ball 4. High, high, high.
Yeah.
That's a 5-pitch walk. That'll be walk number 2 by Snead, and 1 on with 2 out, back to the top of the order. And Jacob Burke, who was hit by a pitch on the very first offering of the ball game, stole second, and then came in to score.
It's 3 straight. fastballs that he missed with.
Right against right. First pitch. There was a slider that time, missed low. It's 1-0. You know, one thing I've kind of noticed about Nate, as we all know, he's a notoriously fast worker. Sometimes you kind of wish he would put the brakes on, though. Here's the 1-0. Fastball bounded to short. Waiting back on 2 hops is McCroskey. He'll fling it to first in time. 6-3 on the putout. Burke may have helped him out there since he was struggling. He went after the pitch, hit it into the ground. He goes over to short, and down go the Barons in the Northrop Grumman second inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. End of 2. It's 1-0 Birmingham. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
We can tell you how we're pushing the boundaries of innovation, how we're building Sentinel, America's next generation ICBM system, sustaining deterrence for decades to come. We can tell you how we're delivering the world's first 6th-gen plane, or even how we're making record-breaking microchips smaller than a grain of sand. But why do that when we can show you? Visit Northrop Grumman at ngc.com to see for yourself. Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At AFIX, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. AFIX takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust AFIX as their partner. Call AFIX today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner. Premier result. Visit afix.com.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Top of the third inning, Rocket City trailing at 1-0. Fans Defense Pest Solutions is a proud sponsor of Rocket City Trash Pandas Baseball. On a service you can trust to protect what matters most. That's Defense Pest Solutions. Due up for the Trash Pandas, the 9-1-2 hitters, McCroskey, and then the Rodriguezes, Nick and Rowdy, here in the third. McCroskey, 223 homers, 15 driven in, and he'll take a first pitch slider that clips the outside corner. 0-1 on the right-handed hitter. Mack, 2 of 7 for the series. He's driven in 2. He's picked up a triple as well. Polish from the first base side of the rubber, fires away, and that was a changeup that missed down and in. 1-1 on the right-handed hitter. We won't see these guys again until next month. They come to Toyota Field in early August. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and sailed out into left center field, but moving over the center fielder, Burke, he'll slow up, make the catch in left center, and that'll be out number 1 as McCroskey gave it a ride into the alley, but Burke was able to chase it down. Fly out to center, 1 out in the third inning, back to the top of the order, and Nick Rodriguez, who bounced his second to lead off the ball game. We'll see him at our place, and then we're back here in late August. In fact, it's the final series in August that we'll see the Barons. But that's good news. They've had a rough season, and you want Rocket City to take advantage of that. Here's Nick, left on left. First pitch. And Nick will take a strike, 0-1. Nick continues to do the dirty here against Birmingham. He'll wait, open stance. The next pitch swung on, lined out into left center field, but charging in, slowing up to make the running catch coming inward is Smith. That'll be out number 2. In July, Nick, first in the league in hits, tied for first in runs, second in batting average, second in doubles, and tied for third in RBI. And, of course, I say all that. He's 0 of 2 today, but he flies out to left. 2 out. Here's Rowdy Rodriguez, a strikeout swinging his first time. Left on right, first pitch to Rowdy. There's a sinker that misses low. It's 1-0.
That's the only negative thing you can say about Nick is he had 2 doubles yesterday, but unfortunately neither of those drove in runs.
And he hit into that big double play with the bases loaded and no one out. Fastball, that's through for a strike. It will even at 1-1. And if there were so many frustrations about yesterday's game, one of them, you had your best hitter at the plate in a prime opportunity like that, and it just didn't work out. The 1-1, a fastball lobbed out into right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Yeah, a little jam shot that time by Rodney Rodriguez, but he serves it into right center. That'll be his first hit of the series. That'll also be hit number 3 for Rocket City. And 1 man on with 2 men out for Jake Monroe, who bounced to third his first time.
Rowdy needed that one. We haven't said that many times this year. That average had dropped down below 280 for the first time since early April.
Left on right, here's Monroe. First pitch to Jake. Swung on, rolled at third, moving to his left to field. Bonnemer sets his feet, fires to first in time, and that'll end the inning as Bonnemer had to shuffle a couple times to gain control of the ball. Then he threw to first. Monroe is out 5-3. Second time he's rolled to third. Rocket City comes up empty in the third inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. Bottom 3 on its way. Still 1-0 Birmingham. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Crestwood Medical Center is committed to keeping patients safe, so please don't delay in getting treatment when you need emergency care. Visit CrestwoodMedCenter.com to see what they are doing to keep you safe.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care.
Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At AFIX, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. AFIX takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust AFIX as their partner. Call AFIX today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit AFIX.com.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Bottom of the third, Barons leading Trash Pandas 1-0. Due up for Birmingham, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, Briley, Bonnemer, and Smith against Nate Sneed. First pitch by Nate is a fastball down and in, 1-0. Briley struck out swinging his first time up. Sneed looked better in the second inning, still scuffled as he walked 1. Next pitch is a big breaking ball. They say that was a four-seam fastball. It came in at 85 and looked more like a changeup.
That was a changeup, yeah.
It's ball and a strike. And that was a curveball that got away from him high and away. 2-1 on the left-handed hitting Briley. He struggled this week, 0 of 9 with 6 strikeouts. Here's the 1-1, or the 2-1 rather, the fastball high. 3 balls and a strike. Again, he is struggling with that fastball, but I like what he's doing here. He goes off the back of the mound, his back to the home plate, and just collects himself a little bit. He's got 5 on the pitch clock. Here's the 3-1, down and in, ball 4. Sneed frustrated with himself as he goes for a walk around the mound. That'll be walk number 3 by Nate, and the leadoff man aboard with no one out. Here's Caleb Bonnemer, who drove in a run with a single into center his first time. Fans, MLB Plus is new for 2026. Stream MLB Network 24/7 and select out-of-market games every week. Plus live radio broadcasts of every game, Game Day 3D, big inning, and minor league action as well. Visit MLB.com/MLB Plus to subscribe today. First pitch is fouled off to the right. It's 0-1. By the way, for Bonnemer, that single in the first inning, that was his first hit of the series. Sneed back to work. Here's the 0-1. Going to go inside with another slider. 1 ball and 1 strike on the right-handed hitter. Again, we play Knoxville beginning on Tuesday, 6:35, Tuesday through Saturday. Then we wrap it up with a 4:05 game on Sunday. Chris will tell you about the promotions as the 1-1. There's a strike. Breaking ball that time, a slider, 1-2. In fact, Chris has been sending out a bunch of texts. Yeah, a bunch of text, to our season ticket holders and the like, our ticket holders, period. Letting them know what's coming up this week.
including singles night on Thursday.
1-2 on Bonnemer. Sneed, sidestep delivery, the fastball inside. Going to even at 2-2. One thing I've kind of noticed here about Nate today, whenever he goes inside, that's when he tends to miss. Let's see if he tries to go away here to Bonnemer.
Missing up a lot, too.
2-2. And that time he fired it low, a curveball. So 3-2 the count.
He's just not in rhythm right now. I mean, part of his arsenal is working quickly. That's kind of part of his shtick and how he helps get guys out, but just having really a tough time finding that rhythm.
3-2, runner goes. Pitch swung on, tip. Foul at home plate. Oh, boy. If he hangs on to the ball at DeRazio, it's at least a strikeout and maybe a strike him out, throw him out, double play. But Briley will head back to first as, well, now Joe Krusel coming out there. He wants to work with Manuel Perez. I'm wondering if he maybe swung and missed, and maybe Perez called it a foul tip. It went in and out of the mid of DeRazio.
Oh, look at this replay. If he made contact, it was just a slight. Now, usually you can just hear it. You'll hear a ta-ta, where it hits the bat and then the glove.
The argument from Krusel very brief. He's back in the dugout as the count stays at 3-2 on Bonnemer. So perhaps a mulligan for him. Payoff pitch. On the way. Down and away, ball 4. So back-to-back walks. Going first to second will be Briley. And now reaching first will be Bonnemer. 4 walks for Sneed. And Tim Levesque will trot out there again and talk things over. Fans at AFIX, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. Find out more at afix.com. I think what's concerning here is it's not just the fastball that's not getting over. Right now, just about everything is struggling to find the strike zone.
That's Lucas Knowles again getting up. Shouldn't take him long to get loose here, I would imagine.
He is up to 51 pitches for the ball game. Is Sneed. Levesque quickly back to the dugout. And here's Boston Smith, who also drew a walk his first time up. He's walked 5 times, and this is only game 3 of the series. So right against left, Sneed is needing some help. Here's the first pitch. There's a strike. He went fastball that time. It will go to 0-1.
He took a little bit off of it, too. That was down to 91 in that 94-95 range.
Here's the set again. 0-1. Swung, driven. Deep into right field, turning and looking up is Thompson. That one is out of here. A 3-run homer from Boston Smith. His second home run of the series, his 6th of the season, RBI 11 and 12, and it's 4-0. And what I was about to say, Chris, he's trying to get it over, so he's taking off the velocity. The problem is professional hitters like this, they're going to figure that out pretty quickly, and that's exactly what Smith did.
Second home run of the series for Boston Smith, and you hate to say you kind of saw it coming, but with these guys that have so much power in the heart of this lineup, you thought maybe they would do that. Most of their production has come from the long ball in this series.
Right on right, here's Dylan Campbell, and the fastball is high, 1-0. So Smith, 3 hits in this series. 2 of them have left the yard. And again, he's drawn 5 walks. Fastball inside, 2-0. I'm just wondering how that guy slipped past so many people. He hits home runs and he draws walks. You love that out of a hitter. Campbell struck out looking his first time, and the next offering is cut through and missed, a slider. 2-1 on the right-handed hitter. So Rocket City in an early hole, and boy, look at that line score. 0-3-0 for Rocket City, 4-2-0 for Birmingham. Doesn't make any sense, but then again, last night made no sense. 2-1, swung, hit foul off to the right. 2-2, and you hate to say it, but really in this series, the downfall for Rocket City has been its pitching, which we haven't said a whole lot of. Yeah, they left a lot of men in scoring position as well. 2-2, swung, looped out into center field, charging in Rodriguez to make a chest-high catch. Campbell lines out to center, and that'll be the first out of the 3rd inning. Yeah, the bats maybe haven't come through when they needed to, but I think mostly it's the pitching that's been the downfall. 1 away, here's Samuel Zavala. He popped the 3rd his first time.
Shortest downing was his first for Rocket City. That was 3 2/3 innings back on May 28th.
First pitch. That was a curveball, stayed high. 1-0 on the left-handed hitting Zavala. Nate, of course, working quickly. 1-0. Fastball high again. 2-0. I got to think for Nate. He allows another base runner that may do it. And best case scenario, he gets through this inning and then he's pulled. 2-0. Fastball high again. 3-0. And you just don't like his body language either. He's very, very frustrated. 3-0 as Zavala ahead in the count. Windup and delivery. Down and in, ball 4. None of those were close. A 4-pitch walk, 5 walks in the inning or 5 walks in the game rather for Sneed. And we'll see what Joe Krusel does. He snaps at the baseball, does Sneed, as it's flipped back to him. And here comes Joe Krusel. That'll do it for Nate Sneed. Just a rough night all the way around. He's irritated. He'll lick his wounds and come back out next week when he faces Knoxville. He'll depart the game. Lucas Knowles will become the new pitcher for the Trash Pandas. 4-0 Birmingham with the lead. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
With WOW Internet, there's no surprises. Everything's included. Fiber-powered internet starting at $25 per month. One price. No contracts. No data caps. No hidden fees. Just reliable internet that's there for you. All the time. Every time. 99.9% network reliability. Get WOW Internet today at wowway.com. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At AFIX, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. AFIX takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust AFIX as their partner. Call AFIX today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Lucas Knowles takes over for Rocket City as a tough day comes to a close for Nate Sneed. 2 1/3 innings, 2 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned. The runner at first is his responsibility. 5 walks, which is a career high, and 3 strikeouts. So Knowles will take over here for the season. He has no record, an ERA of 5.11. Only his 5th appearance for Rocket City. 12 1/3 innings, 15 hits, 8 runs, 7 of them earned. He's given up 4 home runs, so that's been a little alarming. He's also walked 2, struck out 14. Opponents are hitting .306 against him. Last time we saw Lucas was a week ago today. Pitched the final game before the All-Star break. And one thing I've kind of noticed about Lucas in the 4 games he's pitched, overall, he's been pretty good, but there's kind of an inning here and there where he tends to struggle. Last Sunday was a perfect example. He went 2 frames, tossed a 1-2-3/8 inning, then gave up 3 runs in the 9th. There's a left on right. Runner takes off, pitches high, throw to second by DeRazio. That one on the money. Did he hold the bag? No, he did not. He overslid that time. Was the base runner Zavala. He's going to be out. He actually had the base stolen. I'm a little surprised, but he overslid the bag as he went in head first, and keeping the tag on was Nick Rodriguez. That'll be a caught stealing. That goes 2-4.
You can officially close the book now on Sneed with those numbers you gave out. By the way, 62 pitches, only 33 strikes.
Yeah, just a rough day for him. Here's the 1-0 by Knowles. Pitch down and away, 2-0. But anyway, back to Lucas. Pitched a 1-2-3/8, gave up 3 in the 9th. Now, Rocket City lost 9-3. When he came in, the game was pretty one-sided, but gave up a couple singles, 3-run homer to Ruben Ibarra. A bit of an up-and-down effort for him. 2-0. Swung, sliced along the line and right and deep. That's tailing into the seats. That'll be a foul ball off the extended netting, and it will go to 2-1. But Lucas has done kind of what we all hope for Rocket City. He provides a lot of innings and can come into situations like this and give you 3-4.
And you get the services of Carlos Espinosa today. Not that you're in need of arms out there right now.
2-1, swung on, lifted into left center. Going back on it, though, is Rowdy Rodriguez. The center fielder, he'll chase it down. Jorge Corona, who bounced short his first time, flies out to center field, and down go the Barons in the 3rd inning. But they get 3 more runs on the 3-run homer by Boston Smith. All runs were earned. They do it on only one hit, that being the homer. There were no errors and no one left on base. Into 3, Rocket City with some work to do as they trail at 3-0, or 4-0 rather. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
With WOW Internet, there's no surprises. Everything's included. Fiber-powered internet starting at $25 per month. One price. No contracts. No data caps. No hidden fees. Just reliable internet that's there for you. All the time. Every time. 99.9% network reliability. Get WOW Internet today at wowway.com. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
Hey fans, catch the excitement of minor league baseball with the Bally Sports Live app. Watch your favorite team or scout the top prospects. Every game live all season long.
Strike 3, you're out.
Plus, stream the Savannah Bananas and emerging fight sports to keep the action going. Best of all, it's totally free. No credit card required. Download the Bally Sports Live app today on your phone or connected device.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Top of the 4th inning, Trash Pandas down 4-0. Hopefully to provide a comeback here, and taking over the play-by-play is Chris Harris.
Well, I'm usually on the other side, so we'll see if we got some runs in us, as the first pitch is a ball high to Tucker Flint. As the left-hander Jake Polish now pitching with a 4-run cushion here in the 4th inning. This has not been a fun ball game here on this Sunday with the weather and everything else. See if we can get things to change a bit. Check swing there by Tucker. He could not hold the swing. And the count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. Jake Polish has kind of done what he usually does. He throws a lot of strikes and will give up some contact, but so far it has not led to a run. He struck out 1, yet to walk a batter. Has allowed no runs on 3 hits. In fact, once again, Rocket City out hitting the Barons, at least early on. Pitches a ball that time. It is just outside. Yesterday, Rocket City out hit the Barons 11-4, but fell on the scoreboard 6-4, partly because they went 1 for 10 with runners in scoring position. Flint swings and grounds one just foul down that first baseline. And the count runs full now. It's 3-2. Hello to everybody back at Toyota Field that might be listening in, as they have the World Cup final watch party going on there. A lot of folks hanging out in the Stadium Club. Some rain came through there, some storms. I was watching on the radar, so I'm sure folks enjoying the air-conditioned SportsMed Stadium Club as Flint takes a pitch outside for a ball. And that is the first walk issued today by Polish. And 1 on, nobody out for last night's hero for Rocket City, driving in 3 of those 4 runs, Caleb Bartolero. Polish checks on that runner and delivers. And the first pitch is outside for ball 1. You know, Bartolero's home run, and Doug Greenwald, the broadcaster for Birmingham, he loves going deep into players' past, and talked about that home run that he hit against UAB in this ballpark. Wasn't sure when it was, so I went back and looked. That was back on April 13th of 2021. Bartolero playing for Troy, a sophomore at Troy. And he hit a home run here, part of a 12-4 win for the Trojans over the Blazers. As a pitch outside now, 2 balls in, no strikes on Caleb. He said his home run back in 2021 was opposite field and just to the right of the right field bullpen. Offering the next is popped up foul, right side and out of play. Bartolero had a very cool homestand at the plate, but he's picked things back up in this series. He has 5 hits and 10 at-bats, including a single in the second inning this afternoon. Next from Polish, foul back. 2 balls and 2 strikes on the former Troy Trojan. Was Troy a baseball program that got to the College World Series this year? Nobody more proud than Caleb Bartolero. Flint at first base has 10 steals. If he wants to try here as he draws a throw and then he scurries back in standing at first. Gets by the tag of Alec Briley, their first baseman. I'm going to try to find something to get this offense off the mat. Trailing 4-0 here in the 4th. Kick and the pitch. Swung on, laced into right field, base hit. Bartolero on his horse, heading it from first to third base is Flint. Bartolero heading for second. He's going to dive in headfirst safely. And a double for Caleb. There's maybe a fire starter for the Pandas. After a leadoff walk, a double by Caleb. He's now 2 for 2. He has 6 hits in now 11 at-bats in the series, and that's going to bring out John Kovalak, the pitching coach for the Barons, as he usually has a kind of a quick hook when it comes to going out and making visits. But for Bartolero, that is double number 7 for him for Rocket City. And now runners at second and third for Cole Fontanelle, who singled his first time up. Trying to string together some hits. Did that back in the second, but left both runners on base. Pair of groundouts by Thompson and Durazio. Got a 2-out single from Rowdy Rodriguez in the third, but he was left stranded on base. First offering is a ball outside to the right-handed batting Fontanelle, the switch hitter, batting from that right side. Jake Thompson is on deck. Nobody warming in that Birmingham bullpen. Polish has been pretty economical with that pitch count today. The 1-0 taken high, 2 balls and no strikes. Only thrown 50 pitches so far. 14 to the first 2+ batters in this inning. A leadoff walk by Flint and a double by Bartolero. Base hit would score 2. The 2-0 is in there for a strike. It was a good take. It was at the bottom of the zone through a changeup. 2-1. Yeah, a few hundred people back at Toyota Field enjoying the final between Spain and Argentina. Fontanelle fouls off a 2-1. Now it's 2-2. Still 0-0, by the way. I don't know if you were interested in that. You'd be listening to us, but just in case, you might not have at least the game on. They're in the 74th minute. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch to Cole. Swung on, chopped down the first baseline. That's going to score a run, though, as coming across is Tucker Flint. So a productive ground out that time for Cole Fontanelle, as he'll pick up RBI number 18. Flint scores, and it's a 4-1 ball game. Well, you say it's just a 3 unassisted putout, but you got the run in, and you move Bartolero now to third base. He's on the doorstep with only 1 out. And you got Jake Thompson here, a chance to at least cut this lead in half in this 4th inning, as Thompson takes a first pitch fastball for a strike. That's one thing Cole Fontanelle has done a nice job of this year, avoiding at times the strikeouts. Putting the ball in play, getting a run in as Thompson's way out in front. And fouls back a slider. Quickly 0-2. Thompson had a couple of more hits yesterday. 0 for 1 today. 3 for 8 in the series. A couple of walks. He's been on base in now 9 of his first 10 games as a Trash Panda. Thompson steps out of the batter's box. Nothing and 2. Runner at third base over there, Caleb Bartolero. Another extra base hit for him. Kick gay of the pitch. Swung on. That's going to score another. Chop towards deep short. Picked up out there by Dixon. Long throw is just in time to get Thompson, but the run scores from third, Bartolero, and it's a 4-2 game. So they haven't gotten a base hit necessarily here, but they have produced 2 runs. You get them on, you get them over, and you find a way to get them in. As that ground out 6-3, but RBI number 10 for Thompson. 10 RBIs in now his first 11 games since joining the club. Pitch inside for a ball. It was back on June 30th. That's when the offense has really taken off and entering play today. This offense still the tops in the Southern League in the month of July. Coming in with a .278 batting average as J.J. Duranzio, McCroskey on deck. Fouls off a 1-0 pitch. It's a ball and a strike to him. So while not, quote-unquote, a sexy-looking inning as far as how the runs scored, a couple of RBI groundouts, Rocket City has cut the lead in half, 4-2. Nice response. Here's the 1-1 to JJ as he takes inside, 2 balls and a strike. So Rocket City has 2 runs on 4 hits now. And 11 last night, 13 hits on Friday night. Swing and a ground ball, hard hit right side. That's through into right field, a base hit. So another base hit for Rocket City. A 2-out knock for J.J. Duranzio. And now here comes Matt McCroskey. See if Mac can keep things going with 2 outs. Mac has a couple of hits in this series, as well as a couple of RBIs. He had a big triple in the game on Friday night, plus he's stolen a base. He's really had a resurgence, especially here in the second half. He's trying to bunt for a base hit. Bunts it foul, and it's 0-1 to him. And for McCroskey, he's reached base in 14 of his last 15 games. Goes back to June 28th. He's hitting .298, a .431 on base percentage. 10 walks, 10 runs. Lefty deals, and the pitch is popped up back foul and out of play. 0-2 on former Oral Roberts star. Working on a feature on Mac for this week's edition of the Trash Pandas Game Day program. Well, Mac's journey, 4th year as a Trash Panda, but trying to keep that dream alive. Pitches high, but it's been a good year for him, as that offense has really picked up, along with his already a major league quality glove at shortstop. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a looper down the right field line. This could drop, and it is down a base hit about 10 feet in foul territory around second, and getting to third base is Duranzio. And back-to-back 2-out singles from your 8 and 9 hitters. And now you give one of the hottest hitters in Double-A baseball a chance here in Nick Rodriguez. So McCroskey's now been on base in 15 of his last 16 games. As Duranzio goes first to third, and Rodriguez 0 for 2 so far today. Coming off a 2-double game last night. First pitch swinging, and he hits it out of play foul down that left field line. Good swing. The first pitch changeup. See if Nick can find a hole somewhere. They give him a big gap on that left side of the infield. Next by Polish is high and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Nick coming off being named the Southern League Player of the Week last week for his efforts against the Chattanooga Lookouts. 6 hits and 12 at-bats this week. 2 doubles and RBI. He's hit in 17 of his last 19 games. Check on that runner at first, and he continues now to climb the leaderboards in the Southern League also. Leads the league with those 25 doubles. He's now second in the Southern League in hits with 87. Swinging a ball fouled away on that third base side. The kid from Tampa. He actually spent the All-Star break down in Tampa. Took Cole Fontenelle with him. in a nice couple of days. Lefty fires the pitch way outside of ball. He takes it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Deuces wild. Here in the top of the 4th inning, been a long inning for Polish, and they have activity in their bullpen. He has thrown now over 30 pitches. This will be pitch number 34 as he misses way outside with it. 3-2. Falls off the third base side of the mound after he delivered that pitch. Kind of frustrated also. Now that runner at first base will get a head start. McCroskey with a 3-2 pitch coming to Nick Rodriguez. There goes the runner. The pitch swung on. Chopper slowly down the first base line. Fielded by Briley. Flips to his pitcher covering. And he gets to the bag just ahead of Nick. And that's the 3rd out here in the top half of the 4th inning. But it is a productive inning for Rocket City. They get 2 runs on 3 hits. They will leave 2 more, and they've left 5 through the first 4 innings of today's ball game. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Rocket City cuts the lead in half, though. It's 4-2. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
Tom Abraham here for my longtime friend Mike Owen of Owen Home Appliance. You know, Mike has over 25 years experience in the appliance industry, and since 2017, Owen Home Appliance has served customers in the Tennessee Valley with a focus on quality products, affordable prices, and excellent customer service. Owen Home Appliance prides themselves on community involvement as well, sponsoring local teams and events while making sure that you get the right appliance at the right price. Visit their highly interactive showroom in Lacey Springs, just 8 miles south of the river on 231.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Well, the Trash Pandas, they have trimmed the lead in half. It's 4-2 as we make our way to the bottom of the 4th. And back to work goes Lucas Knowles, trying to keep the Barons right where they are. Misses low for ball 1 to T.J. McCants. 8, 9, and 1 batters are due up. Facing off against the left-handed reliever as Knowles fires the next, and that's in there for a strike. Well, just down south of us here in Montgomery, they're delayed at the start of play due to rain. Biscuits and the Knoxville Smokies swinging a tapper down that first base line. It's going to stay fair. Hits the bag, but doesn't take a weird hop, at least for Bartolero as he steps on it. Ahead of McCann, that's out number 1. That'll bring in Brendan Dixon, the shortstop. Rocket City starter Nate Snead went the first 2 1/3 innings, allowed 4 runs on 2 hits, walked 5, and struck out 3. 62 pitches thrown for Nate. Other scores around the league already. One final in from Chattanooga. Columbus with another victory over the Lookouts. That's good for us. They went 5-2 today. And the late game today is in Biloxi, a 5:05 start. Pensacola and the Shuckers. 1-0 pitch, a big swing and a miss that time by Dixon. Count evens up at a ball and a strike. Still no score in that World Cup final match between Argentina and España. As a pitch fouled away again, this time down the right field line by Dixon. Drafted out of junior college in Texas, Weatherford Community College. Batting just 162 on the season, 3 homers, 9 driven in. Swing and a line shot. Diving play by the third baseman. Jake Monroe. That one kind of settled in the palm of his glove as he laid out going to his left and is able to rob a base hit away from Dixon. That was a great play. Got a great jump on it on that line drive and able to bring it in. And that's out number 2. So 2 down now. And back to the top of the lineup being Jacob Burke. And looking at that replay. Ball kind of rolled around in his glove a little bit. It was hit hard. It was nearly 100 off the bat, 98. Next offering is in there for a strike on 0-1 now. Quickly 0-2 on Jacob Burke. Knowles trying for a quick 4th inning here. As he delivers the next on 0-2, it's way outside. He wasted a pitch that time. We'll come home on Tuesday and welcome those Knoxville Smokies. They're 49-40 overall on the season. 11-9 to start the second half. Swinging a chopper hit towards short. 2-hopper for McCroskey. Throws it in the dirt and actually rolled it over to first base, but it's picked up by Bartolero. And that retires the side, so a 6-3 put out. And a 1-2-3. Bottom of the 4th inning for Lucas Knowles. And we're off to the 5th inning. Rocket City trailing it 4-2. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
When you call most roofing companies, all you'll hear is, you need a new roof. Not when you call Fleming. At Fleming Roofing and Restoration, we're focused on your needs, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement. Folks around here have trusted Fleming since 1965 for all their residential and commercial roofing needs. And as the area's storm damage experts, Fleming knows all the ins and outs of the insurance claims process. Log on FlemingHSV.com to schedule your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
New pitcher for the Barons as we begin the top half of the 5th inning. Rocket City trailing it 4-2. This will be right-hander Nick Altermott, who will take over after this pitch. We owe you a station ID. Here's a swinging a broken back grounder towards the left side. Barehanded pickup over there at third, but the throw not in time from Bonnemer. And that's an infield base hit for Rowdy Rodriguez, his second of the ball game. 10 seconds for station ID. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
HD 97.7.2 WZZN FM Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Talk Radio WZZN.
Well, a little bit late there. Been late twice in the game Sunday. Runner at first base, nobody out. Tying run in the batter's box in the form of Jake Monroe, who takes a ball high from Altermott, and that's ball one. See what the numbers are on him. 26th appearance for the righty, 0-1. Good numbers, though, a 2.94 earned run average, 1 save, 33 2/3 innings. Only 11 earned runs allowed in those frames. He has walked 11, struck out 41. Opponents are batting .238 against him, so 41 strikeouts in 33 2/3 innings. Altermott facing Monroe. 2 balls and no strikes. And the 2-0 pitch swung on. He popped him up into left center field. Coming on is the center fielder for the Barons, and that's Jacob Burke. He'll make the catch. And that's out number 1. Back to first base goes Rowdy Rodriguez. Altermott, 26 years old. from Redwood Falls, Minnesota. That's a Minnesota State Mancata. Last year was in High A, Winston-Salem. Former 17th round pick by the White Sox in 2022. Kicks and delivers. And the first pitch outside. Delayed steal. Throw down to second base is not in time. Actually, it was in time, but sliding around the tag was Rowdy Rodriguez, and that is his 25th stolen base of the year. That was a wizardly-like slide. Head first into second base. Delayed steal, and the throw from Corona was a little bit late. It was a low throw. But Rowdy able to go to the back portion of that second base bag, and now he's in scoring position. As Rocket City with a runner in scoring position, 1-0 the count. Tucker Flint, RBI chance for him. He's got 53 on the season. Off-speed pitch there, a swing and a miss. Almost looked like a splitter. It was a changeup. They're in extra time or stoppage time now in the World Cup finals between Argentina and España. And a red card given to somebody for Argentina. Pitches low for a ball. It's 2-1 now on Tucker Flint. Rowdy with a infield single to start this fifth inning. Monroe the fly out. So far, Flint has walked in, flied out. As Altermont checks towards second base and delivers an X, and a fastball misses into Flint. 3 balls and a strike. Oof. So Rowdy in scoring position here. 1 out, RBI chance for Tucker Flint. And the 3-1 swung on a check swing. Foul ball out the netting on that third base side. Final line on the starter for Birmingham today, Jake Polish. He went 4 innings in the start. He allowed 2 runs. They were both earned on 6 hits. Allowed those 2 runs in the fourth. Ended up walking 1 and striking out 1. Kind of a typical Jake Polish outing. Fastball up, that's ball 4. So a good at-bat by Flint draws his second walk of the ball game so far. And now first and second with 1 out for the red-hot Caleb Bartolero, who has singled and doubled plus scored in the ball game. As Altermont starting to rack up the pitches now in the fifth. Faces off against Bartolero here. Now 6 for 11 in the series all of a sudden. First pitch, a big swing there by Caleb, fouls it back out the netting. And it's 0-1. Rocket City up to now 7 hits. 11 last night, 13 on Friday night. Caleb holds the bat down on the knob as he looks out towards Birmingham Roddy, and the pitch. Slider misses low and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Polish left after 70 pitches. Their starter, the 1-1. Swung on, line drive past the diving first baseman Briley into right field. Rounding third and stopping is Rowdy Rodriguez as the right fielder McCants got it in very quickly. It was so hard hit. It got to him. That was just 92 off the bat. Seemed like it was harder than that, but got to him quickly. Now the bases are loaded with 1 out for Cole Fontenelle.
And good move by Joe Cruzel as well to hold up Rowdy as time is called. John Kovalik out there to have a word with Alterman, but again, you got the bases loaded, 1 out. Fontenelle, even though he is only hitting 184 for the year, he's been swinging the bat so well of late. He's got a single today. You want him up in this type of situation.
How about Bartolero now? 3 for 3. 2 singles and a double so far today. 7 hits in 12 at-bats so far in this series. So the bases are full. And Cole Fontenelle, love to see a ball in the gap right here. That tying run is in scoring position in the top of the 5th inning. Altermat deals, and the first pitch, swing and a miss through that changeup. And pulled the string. Fontenelle with an RBI ground out in the 4th. Single back in the 2nd. Both of those at bats against Polish. As an 0-1 pitch is in. Came with a cutter that time, and it's even 1 ball and 1 strike.
We've seen this situation before. I agree. I'd love to see a bases clearing double, but right now you just want to make sure you get 1 in. They did such a good job of that last inning.
Ronnie kicks and delivers. Swing and a line drive. 1 hopper picked up by the second baseman Campbell. Nice play. 2nd for 1 over to first. Not in time. And a run's going to score. Bang, bang at first, but hustling his tail off was Fontenelle down that first base line. He beats it out, picks up an RBI, stays out of the double play. And I tell you what, that was a really nice play by Campbell at second base on a hard 1 hopper that was 101 off the bat.
And what's funny about it is I don't think he quite got it hard enough to really turn 2. He just got jammed enough, and Cole, even with that hurt knee, still able to leg it out down the first base line. It was close.
It was Rowdy Rodriguez who scored. First pitch swinging by Thompson, and he hits it foul. So RBI number 19 for Fontenelle. Flint's now at third base. They force out Bartolero at second. 2 outs in the inning. Now a 1-run game at 4-3. Next to Jake, taking high and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Activity in that Barons bullpen again. No activity in that Rocket City bullpen. Alterma kicks and deals. Swing and a high fly ball deep towards right field, but he got underneath it, drifting back and onto the warning track. The catch is made by McCants. The way he was drifting, you thought it might drift out of here, but there's no wind. And Rocket City will settle for 1 run in the inning on 2 hits, and they will strand 1 runner. Take that back, 2 runners on base. Man, they've already left 7 here in the 5th inning. But they pull within 1. It's 4-3 as we make our way to the bottom of the 5th. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At AFIX, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. AFIX takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust AFIX as their partner. Call AFIX today at 866-563-LAWN. 1 call, 1 partner. Premier result. Visit afix.com.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
Tom Abraham here for my longtime friend Mike Owen of Owen Home Appliance. You know, Mike has over 25 years experience in the appliance industry, and since 2017, Owen Home Appliance has served customers in the Tennessee Valley with a focus on quality products, affordable prices, and excellent customer service. Owen Home Appliance prides themselves on community involvement as well, sponsoring local teams and events while making sure that you get the right appliance at the right price. Visit their highly interactive showroom in Lacey Springs, just 8 miles south of the river on 231.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
4-3 your score. Rocket City trailing by a run. Back to work goes Lucas Knowles. First pitch is smashed foul down that third base left field line by Alec Briley. Their 2, 3, and 4 hitters are due up. Briley has walked and struck out and scored a run. They got 1 in the first inning and 3 in the third on a 3-run home run, the second of the series for Boston Smith. Swinging a slow roller towards second base. Easy play for Nick. And Nick Rodriguez throws out Briley for out number 1. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 5 in a row sat down by Knowles since coming into the ball game behind Nate Snead.
Yeah, I mean, again, we said it. This guy, when he goes out there, you can expect 3 to 4 innings. This is now his second full inning, and you feel like he can give you another one if he can cruise through the 5th.
So here's Bonnemer now. Singled in a run back in the first inning and walked. Pitch is a strike at the knees that time. Bonnemer, second-round pick in 24. He was headed to Virginia, but decided to sign with the White Sox at overslot value at $2.9 million. It's one right to the shortstop, Matt McCroskey. And Mac throws out Caleb Bonnemer for out number 2. 6-3 on that put out. And here's Boston Smith, who's been a thorn in the side of the Trash Pandas this weekend.
What's so strange about it now with the way Major League Baseball is looking to change the minors and how many levels do we have and, you know, how much more the college game is going to play a role in developing players. You sometimes wonder if maybe going to Virginia, he may have gotten more out of that, but it's easy to say that now.
Pitch is a ball. It's 1-0 on Boston Smith.
I mean, even with college baseball, NIL money, you could probably make a couple mil.
Mm-hmm. Lefty on lefty. The pitch fouled straight back by Smith. He's got 3 hits in 5 at-bats, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. And he's walked 5 times in this series, has Smith. Next from Knowles, pitch inside that time, and it's 2-1 to the Barons slugging left fielder. There's some activity in that Rocket City bullpen. A right-hander's up and throwing. Looks like Osmond. Pitch is low. 3-1 now.
I guess that makes sense. Bryce always goes on Sundays for some reason. Although he did pitch the July 4th game as well.
Always smiling.
Smiling Osmond.
Bryce Osmond. Lefty on lefty. Go ahead.
Friends call him Smiley.
3-1 pitch. It's a strike. So a full count now. 3-2 on Smith.
I'm a little surprised to see him up. He's only had 24 pitches as Knowles, but it may be a development thing. They got to make sure Bryce gets an inning or 2 this week.
Ready is Knowles and a 3-2 payoff. It's just outside off the plate with that sinker at 91. And that is walk number 6 by Rocket City pitching. Snead had a career-high 5. And now Knowles with his first. That breaks the streak. 5 in a row sat down. Here comes Joe Krusel. He's going to make the pitching change, so apparently want to keep him around that 30-pitch mark or underneath it.
By the way, also walk number 6 of the series for Smith.
Yeah, he's been all over the bases. So Knowles coming out, Osmond coming in. We'll tell you more about Bryce, the former Poke, when we come back. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
No one out-innovates Northrop Grumman, from creating the most powerful microchips on Earth to delivering over 1.3 million solid rocket motors at the pace of demand. Our growing workforce of 100,000 strong, spanning across all 50 states, demonstrates our commitment to the communities we serve. By investing nearly $13.5 billion into infrastructure and R&D, we're delivering defense solutions that redefine excellence. We won't just tell you we're developing the future of technology, we'll show you. Visit ngc.com to see for yourself.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
New pitcher is right-hander Bryce Osmond. as he takes over on the hill for Rocket City. Not a bad job at all for Lucas Knowles, is responsible for that runner at first base as he exits for Bryce, who started out the season in the Rocket City rotation. For Osmond, this will be his 18th overall appearance, 2-2, an ERA at 8.25, 48 innings. He's allowed 44 earned runs. He's walked 24, struck out 49, thrown 4 wild pitches, and opponents are batting a healthy 280 against him. Well, trying to find his way is Bryce Osmond. Fastball first pitch is a ball outside, and it's 1-0.
Keep in mind, he's allowed 14 homers on the year. That's tied for first on the team.
First pitch, a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Facing off against Dylan Campbell, who's got a lot of power. And a home run in the series. Misses up and in that time. And it's 2-0.
And with that, we already have another right-hander up and throwing that looks like Jose Gonzalez.
May just trying to get him out here to finish the inning, get a little confidence. Saw Jose get up yesterday for a moment. Bryce deals, and the 2-0 pitch is low now. 3 balls and no strikes. You get Espinosa back off the suspended list, but you don't really have a need for arms right now, especially coming off the All-Star break. 3-0 pitch. That's right down the middle. Well, a little more towards the top of the zone, but it does the job. 94 with that one. It's 3-1. Smith has 1 stolen base since joining Birmingham. Pitch by Osmond, fouled straight back and over us, out of play. Another fastball, and it's a full count, 3-2. Campbell picked up in a trade that was back in June. Three balls and 2 strikes to pitch. Swing and a ball fouled right back over our head, then out of play. Count remains at 3-2. Walk was issued to Boston Smith. There's a fastball, a swing and a miss, or the off-speed pitch, a cutter. And down on strikes goes Campbell for out number 3. So Side retired in the 5th as the Pandas end up giving up a 2-out walk, but get out of the inning with a strikeout there from Osmond as he comes back to get Dylan Campbell. On we go to the top of the 6th inning. Trash Pandas trail at 4-3. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Live.
Now, Jimmy, you better not be eating that baseball again.
But, Dad, I yearn for the sweet taste of the sport. This is the best that I got.
Well, then, put down that ball and let's head over to the yard for something a little less rubber-y.
Don't eat your glove this season. Take advantage of our Big Zone deals and head on over to the Yard Milkshake Barn right outside of Toyota Field, where you'll find sweet treats like the Biscoff Cheesecake, Sweet Heat Mango, Shirley Temple Floats, and so many more. It's the Yard Milkshake Barn. Make this summer a home run hit.
You invest in your customers with your heart, soul, and skill. Well, it's time to invest in yourself with the next generation Cat 255 compact track loaders from Thompson Tractor. After all, those who give their best deserve the best. And this machine has it all. With features that include a more powerful engine, tri-axle truck loading capabilities, a spacious cab, and a smooth ride for all-day comfort. Thompson Tractor knows how much value you place on your customer satisfaction. It's how you build your business. It's also how we build ours. Since 1957, hardworking folks like you have counted on Thompson to provide the absolute best lineup of equipment in the industry, all backed by a customer service and product support team that time and again have proven to be second to none. It's all about maintaining peak performance. Always has been, always will be. Visit ThompsonTractor.com for details. Thompson Tractor, we're here for you.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Rocket City trails at 4-3, but They have made a comeback so far to get within one after trailing 4-0. As the first pitch is a strike to J.J. Duranzio.
You've done well, Grasshopper.
Well, we're getting there. Making some progress. Righty fires an exit, a fastball up, gets a check swing on the appeal. No swing, as it'll be Duranzio back to then McCroskey, then back to the top of the order, and Nick Rodriguez. It's Chad Westlake, the crew chief, who made that call. Here's a swing and a line shot out towards center field. Coming on, making the running catch in center field is Jacob Burke, and one away. That ball hit hard by Duranzio, but right to him.
He hit it too hard, actually. I hope he got a little more dive onto it, but it just hung up there long enough for Burke to catch up to it. Now, I gave you a 4-0 donut, and now you made it a ball game.
Yeah. It's a ball game. See if the Pandas can climb all the way back. Fastball misses high from Altermont. 1-0 on McCroskey, who is 1 for 2. Next is a strike there at the knees, and it's even now. 1 ball and 1 strike. Looks like we'll see a new pitcher for Rocket City. That's Gonzalez. So a strikeout for Osmond. Looks like that may be the only batter he faces. As the strike is now the second to Mack. It's 1-2.
I was surprised to see that, too. You know, Osmond's one of your bigger prospects. You'd like to see him go further, but what do I know?
Speed pitch low and outside that time. Bounces in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. You get Knowles, Osmond. Now looks like you'll see your 4th pitcher, kind of the old school, get everybody some work on Sunday. Fastball misses high.
And maybe a situation where we see Osmond maybe a little earlier in the week, next week.
3-2 payoff pitch. Swing and a ball shot down the first base right field line. That's going to drop a base hit, similar to his first hit. He's going for 2. The throw by McCants is in time, and the tag got him. Maybe being a little bit too greedy there was McCroskey, as he was sprinting around first base and destined to try and stretch it into a double, but McCants comes up firing and got him.
Yeah, I think he tried the element of surprise there. I don't think anyone really expected him to go, and then suddenly you look up, but give McCants some credits. He threw some credit. He threw a BB over there and got it out. Also, you're just trying to stir up the offense a little bit as well.
First offering to Nick Rodriguez is foul back and out of play. It's 0-1.
I don't mind that with 1 out and no one else on base, especially in the 6th inning. Now, a couple of innings later, you might have a problem with that.
Offering a little bit high that time to Nick Rodriguez. Nick is 0 for 3 so far today. Had a really, really nice couple of weeks. Off-speed pitch that time. Cues one out the end of the bat, foul. So you go from having a runner at first base with 1 out to now 2 outs, nobody aboard. Top 6, Rocket City trailing by a run. Once again, the line score in large favor for Rocket City now. 9 hits to 2 for Birmingham, but you trail by 1, 4-3. Off-speed pitch fouled away. Nice job to fight that one off by Rodriguez. Fans will scramble for that souvenir.
5 fans, how many are you saying?
There's 4. Pitch on the way. High for a ball to Nick.
It's really hard for us broadcasters, too, because we want to say upbeat and peppy and things like that.
Yeah, it's hard. You stepped out, and I was like, man, I remember forgot what it was like to do games by myself. Pitch is a called 3rd strike. And down on strikes goes Nick Rodriguez. That was a pitch on the corner. And the side is retired. So that's the first strikeout for Altermont. And we played 5.5. On to the bottom of the 6th inning. Rocket City trails at 4-3. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Minutes still matter in an emergency. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, high fever, and other emergencies often need fast medical care. Crestwood Medical Center is here to take care of you and your family. Learn more at crestwoodmedcenter.com.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care.
No one out-innovates Northrop Grumman, from creating the most powerful microchips on Earth to delivering over 1.3 million solid rocket motors at the pace of demand. Our growing workforce of 100,000 strong, spanning across all 50 states, demonstrates our commitment to the communities we serve. By investing nearly $13.5 billion into infrastructure and R&D, we're delivering defense solutions that redefine excellence. We won't just tell you we're developing the future of technology, we'll show you. Visit ngc.com to see for yourself.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Bottom of the 6th inning, and Samuel Zavala will lead things off for the Barons. And he'll be facing off against another new pitcher for Rocket City as the right-hander Jose Gonzalez comes out of the bullpen. As we take a look at some of the final totals on the previous 2 relievers that pitched in that 5th inning, as the first pitch from Jose gets a swing and a miss from Zavala. It's 0-1. So Lucas Knowles came in and pitched 2 1/3 scoreless. He walked 1. All else was zeros. No hits, no runs. As Jose delivers his 0-1 pitch, and it's cut on and miss. Good start for Jose. Bryce Osmond faced just one batter, fell behind 3-0, but was able to come back and get a strikeout of Dylan Campbell. So 1/3 of an inning and 1 strikeout for Osmond. Now it is Jose Gonzalez. Jose kicks and the 0-2 pitch. Swinging the ball popped up on the infield. The shortstop, Matt McCroskey, calls for it, and he'll make the catch, and that is out number 1. So nice start for Jose Gonzalez, getting that pop out, and 1 away.
Yeah, Jose, one of those guys who you can tell pretty quickly whether he's on or not. He was able to get a couple of pitches over, then a pop-up up the chute. You kind of like the track he's on here, at least to start this frame.
So faces off against Jorge Corona now, as Gonzalez ready, and the pitch. Slider misses outside. That one bounces all the way to the backstop past Durazio. So 1-0 to Jorge Corona. Rounded out and flied out so far in today's game. There's a 1-0 pitch on the way from Jose. Fastball misses in that time. 2 balls and no strikes. Well, it's been a roller coaster year for Jose. Started out in the rotation. He's making his 20th appearance, 3-3, has a 5.40 earned run average. 65 innings, 39 earned runs allowed. 2-0. Swung on, and a broken bat flare out towards shallow right center field. A Bermuda Triangle out there coming on, sliding and making a dandy catch as Jake Thompson lost his hat in the process. That's a dangerous spot, but you had 3 good defenders going after it, and it's Thompson that makes the sliding catch.
Yeah, for a second I thought Thompson might overslide it because he came in kind of late, but again, that's an experienced outfielder there, able to catch up to a flare that, we see it happen maybe several dozen times throughout the course of the season. A lot of times it drops. That time you had a good defender come in and make a nice play.
Jose facing off against T.J. McCants now. He's 0 for 2. Swings at the first pitch and hits it out towards center field. Going to be a quick inning for Jose. Nice work from Jose Gonzalez. 1-2-3 go the Barons in the bottom of the 6th inning. On we go to the 7th. Rocket City trails Birmingham 4-3 here at Regions Field. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
We can tell you how we're pushing the boundaries of innovation, how we're building Sentinel, America's next-generation ICBM system, sustaining deterrence for decades to come. We can tell you how we're delivering the world's first 6th-gen plane, or even how we're making record-breaking microchips smaller than a grain of sand. But why do that when we can show you? Visit Northrop Grumman at ngc.com to see for yourself. Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At AFIX, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. AFIX takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust AFIX as their partner. Call AFIX today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hass, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Rocket City trails it by a run on this Sunday getaway day. Rubber match of a short 3-game series. You don't get to say rubber match very often these days.
But go ahead into this inning, but I want to bring up a point.
Yeah, leading off will be Rowdy Rodriguez facing off against new pitcher Phil Fox. Rodriguez, Monroe, and Flint due up. First pitch is a ball high.
I understand why we went to the 6-game series, why all minor league. I get it. But this really helps everyone. It kind of keeps everyone on their toes because you go to the hotel, you're not there as long.
Next from Fox is inside, 2-0.
You're not seeing the same pitchers again and again and again and again. And, you know, you're going from city to city, hotel to hotel. You're going back home. It really helps move the year along. I just like the 3-game schedule better, and that's what they do in the majors anyway.
Pitch is a strike, 2-1 now on Rowdy. Definitely was odd. Checking in the hotel on Friday after the game and then checking out this morning.
Yeah, we weren't there for 48 hours.
Here's a 2-1 pitch, and it's fouled straight back.
And again, you're trying to prepare these guys for that type of schedule, getting to the major league level. Why not do it? Let's get some a travel partner. Birmingham would be perfect for us, and we'll travel together. One team plays in Pensacola, the other in Biloxi. Flip-flops middle of the week. It can be done. I just don't know why they don't do it.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the next to Rowdy. Swing and a miss. Fox comes back to strike him out. Rowdy has 2 singles in the game, 2 for 4 now after that strikeout. As Fox will face off now against Jake Monroe. Numbers on Fox so far. Second appearance in the series. He's 2-3 on the year, a 2.33 ERA, 21 appearances, 2 of those being starts. As the first is grounded left side, that's through the hole, base hit. Hit number 10 for Rocket City. They only have 3 runs to show for it. They've now out-hit the Barons 10-2, but yet they trail it 4-3 as Monroe has a 1-out base hit.
That is also double-digit hits for each of the 3 games in this series. That is now 24-34 overall. Good week. Well, sort of a good week offensively. You still need that big hit to give yourself a lead.
This isn't a team that's going to hit a ton of home runs, but you'd love to hit a couple of 3-run home runs. Those usually help the cause. There's a swing and a roller foul past first base. As it's 0-1 to Tucker Flint.
Today, Rocket City, of those 10 hits, 9 of them are singles. The only outlier is the double by Bartolero in the 4th. They had 13 hits on Friday. 11 of those were singles. And I'll count up Saturday here in a second.
The ball's in a strike on Tucker Flint as the left-hander waits the pitch. It's high for a ball. It's even now, 1 ball, 1 strike. Rocket City now 1 for 8, by the way, today with runners in scoring position.
And yesterday was, boy, another reason to get frustrated about yesterday. 11 hits, 6 of them were for extra bases.
Here's a swing and a ground ball, hard hit, but to the first baseman. Briley makes a great play, second for one, back to first. Not in time. Off the bag, I think, was the pitcher, Jake Fox. And they can't turn the double play. Goes down as a fielder's choice.
Well,
so now 2 outs.
The shortstop, Dixon, having a word with third base umpire Trey Ward, who was over at second making the call. But you could see Monroe, when he was going towards second, he went out of the baseline into the grass, and they could have rung him up right then and there. And we're going to get a pitch clock.
That's Bartolero. So it's 0-1 on Caleb. Wasn't ready when the pitch clock hit 8 and made eye contact with Phil Fox. Righty deals, and a slider misses in the dirt low. It's a ball and a strike. Fox in the game on Friday pitched 1 inning, allowed no runs on a hit, walked 1 and struck out 1. Pandas won that game 5-3, had 13 hits, stranded 9 on base, but went 5 for 13 with runners in scoring position. Here's a 1-1 offering now to Bartolero. Fastball goes off the mitt of Corona and easily up to second base on a pass ball will go Tucker Flint. So that tying runs now in scoring position for Bartolero. It was a perfect 3 for 3.
And didn't look like he was crossed up. He just flat out whiffed on the ball.
That's a pretty easy pass ball call. See if Caleb can poke one through that big hole in the right side of the infield. Had a tough week last week, but he has bounced back in a big way. 7 for 12 now in this series. Offering low and outside that time, and it's 3-1. Hitters count. On deck is Cole Fontanelle, has a couple of RBIs today. Spain, by the way, scored. They're up 1-0 on Argentina. They've got about 12 minutes and stoppage time left there. Here's an 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed that time by Bartolero. He's trying to hit one over the scoreboard again with that swing.
Yeah, and you understand why, but you kind of wish he would back off a little bit. That was a great pitch to hit. Only came in at 88. It was inside. Wonderful pitch to turn on, and he whiffed at it.
Bartolero out there with a runner in scoring position. Tucker Flynn at second base. Phil Fox kicks and delivers. And that pitch just misses off the outside corner. Threw him a cutter. And Bartolero's on base for the 4th time as he draws a 1-out walk to put, rather a 2-out walk to put runners at first and second base. And here's Cole Fontanelle, the switch hitter, going to bat from that left side. And he could come up big right here. He's had some nice games over the years here in Birmingham. Also a horrible moment. That 2024 season. Offering in the dirt low for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes on Fontanelle.
Yeah, if you've ever wanted to be in an environment where both teams kind of wanted to walk off the field and call it a night, it was that evening when he hurt his leg. Everyone just despondent over that horrific injury.
2 on and 2 out. Here in the top of the 7th inning, the pitch from Fox. Swung on, driven down the right field line. It's a foul ball. By a few feet, he turned on that sucker. That was says it was a fastball, but it was just a little bit out in front, which for him lately has been a little uncommon. He smoked it too, 102 off the bat. Spin, look towards second base, and diving back in safely goes Tucker Flint.
Not a bad idea right there by the Barons. Flint, very aggressive as a base runner. Sometimes you can catch him leaning.
Yeah, Bartolero at first, getting some instructions from Ever Magianis over there. Righty deals, and the pitch is outside. 2 balls and a strike. Been over there coaching first this week in place of Darren Brown, who's still enjoying a break. Here's a 2-1 pitch on the way now to Fontenelle swinging a ground ball, pulled foul down that first base line. Old stomping grounds for Ever Magianis, former manager for the Barons and a minor league instructor for the White Sox for many years.
I believe he was the manager here when they opened the stadium. No, just short?
No, he was here as the manager in 9 and 10.
So that was the Hoover Met.
2 balls and 2 strikes on Cole. The pitch just a little bit outside for a ball, and it's 3-2, full count.
Now the runners will be off, so anything down the line or in the gap should score 2.
So the runners will be off from second base Flint, at first base Bartolero. See what Fox wants to go with here. He kicks and delivers. Swing and a ball fouled straight back. Good cut there by Fontenelle. You know, he's 1 for 3 in this ball game. Single in the second, but those 2 at-bats in the 4th and the 5th, avoiding striking out, putting the ball in play, and he drove in 2 runs.
And don't forget about legging out that fielder's choice, preventing a double play, driving in his second run.
Good point. Again with a 3-2 payoff. Swing and a foul straight back. We'll do it again.
You know what's so great about seeing this? How often in the past would we have seen Cole Fontenelle go down swinging in an at-bat like this? Now he's starting to figure guys out, and he's putting better at-bats together, really making the opposition work.
Fontenelle. This will be pitch number 8 in the at-bat. And once again, they'll get some cardio out there. First and second, Bartolero and Flint. The pitch on the way. It's a called third strike. Yep. That was right at the bottom of the zone. Fontenelle flipped the bat away, maybe tried to sell it, but it was there. And that's strike 3, and 2 runners will be left stranded on base. 2 strikeouts for Fox, and he gets out of the jam. No runs, 1 hit, 2 more left. They've stranded 9 through 7, and they trail it 4-3. On we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Time to stretch. And for Spain, they're about to win the World Cup. Probably. We'll see. Trash Pandas trail it by a run. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
With WOW Internet, there's no surprises. Everything's included. Fiber-powered internet starting at $25 per month. One price. No contracts. No data caps. No hidden fees. Just reliable internet that's there for you. All the time. Every time. 99.9% network reliability. Get WOW Internet today at wowway.com. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
Hey fans, catch the excitement of minor league baseball with the Bally Sports Live app. Watch your favorite team or scout the top prospects. Every game live all season long.
Strike 3, you're out.
Plus, stream the Savannah Bananas and emerging fight sports to keep the action going. Best of all, it's totally free. No credit card required. Download the Bally Sports Live app today on your phone or connected device.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Bottom of the 7th inning, and the Trash Pandas again with an opportunity, but they can't capitalize. That's just been the story these last 2 days here. As Jose Gonzalez back to work for his second inning of relief, and he tosses in a first pitch strike. And we're underway here in the bottom of the 7th inning, coming off the 7th inning stretch. 9-1 and 2-2 up. Dixon followed by Burke and Briley. Kick and the next from Jose. Slider misses low and outside. Well, Spain is... Well, they are closing in on winning the World Cup. Good for them. 1 ball and 1 strike on Dixon. Pitch by Jose. That one just misses low.
Actually, that should have been a strike. It was right on the corner.
Back to Jose. He's off to a nice start. No activity right now in that Rocket City bullpen. Mentioned he started out in the Pandas rotation. Kicks and delivers. And that pitch in there for a called strike. And it's 2-2 now on Dixon. For Gonzalez, he has 67 strikeouts in 65 innings. He's still been averaging about a strikeout per inning pitched. As a 2-2 is cut on and hit foul down that first base line. Trying to settle into this relief role. He's walked 25. He's hit 6 batters. Opponent's batting .245 against him. It took him a little bit of an adjustment. And like anybody would naturally be, he was a little ticked off. He got moved to the bullpen from the rotation, but it seemed like he's kind of finally embraced it. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a ball belted deep in the air towards left center field, and this is way out of here as it rattles around off the scoreboard in left field. That was an absolute missile off the bat of the number 9 batter, Brendan Dixon. His 4th home run of the season, and you just can't groove a pitch like that to anybody at this level.
What's funny is he didn't really groove it. It was actually high. It was out of the zone, but he was able to whip around on it, get on top of the ball, and sail it over the left field wall. And, boy, how frustrating. He's pitching so well. He's cruising along, and then he gets ahead to Dixon, who unexpectedly whales one out of the ballpark, but that's his 4th home run of the season.
You're right. Looking from up here, it looked like it was just right there belt high, but was a tad out of the strike zone. First pitch inside, a ball to leadoff man Jacob Burke. Another home run for the Barons, their 2nd today. As Jose fires the next, and it's hit off the end of the bat foul down that first base side.
Now let's see how Jose responds. He can get irritated very easily. He's got to be able to bear down here, get through this inning. You're still very much in the game. You're only down 2.
So it's now 5-3 as Gonzalez delivers, and a slider that time, a swing and a miss. He's ahead now, a ball and 2 strikes.
Oh, Chris, one little note from the Southern League today. Knoxville, Montgomery, they're in a rain delay. They're trying to finish up a 3-game series down in the capital city. But don't look now. Smokies are starting to struggle. They've lost 4 in a row.
Slider again. This one flied out towards left field. Going to hang up there for Tucker Flint. He makes the catch and 1 away.
They've lost 4 in a row, and they've only scored 1 run in each of those 4 games. So maybe they're starting to go on a skid a little bit. And if so, if you're Chattanooga and Rocket City, you're licking your chops.
They still have the best record, I believe, overall in the league, 49-40. Looking forward to kind of seeing those guys. It's been a while since we faced them. Here's a swing and a ground ball, but right to the first baseman, Bartolero. And he steps on the bag ahead of Alec Briley for out number 2. Briley's now 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. And now it's Caleb Bonnemer, who is 1 for 2, a single, RBI, and a ground out. Is Argentina threatening there? Did they just miss? I was looking down. Let's see a replay. Oh, wow. Yeah. Here in the last couple of minutes. Game in New York or New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Meadowlands.
New York doesn't have enough room for another stadium.
First pitch from Gonzalez is high, a ball to Bonnemer.
Let's see, last time we saw Knoxville was May the 3rd.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
Has been a minute. We'll go back there. See these guys 2 more times, once at home, then once back here at Regions Field. Here's a ground ball pulled foul down the third baseline. Five home runs, by the way, in the series for Birmingham, and all of them have been pivotal. They've come at the right times. Rocket City's out hit them once again here today, but they trail on the scoreboard. Jose with a 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. He chases that one. That was a changeup. And it's 1-2.
And not just out-hit him, but out-hit him by a mile. It's 10-3.
Yep.
They should be pounding him. But again, when you don't have a powerful offense, a lot of guys who can whip one out of the ballpark, it gets tougher to put runs on the board.
Gonzalez trying to finish off the side here. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a ball chopped out the end of the bat towards second base. Nick Rodriguez is up with it and throws out Bonnemer for the third out. But a leadoff home run off the bat of 9-hitter Brendan Dixon has put Birmingham back up by 2 as it's 5-3 after 7 innings from Regents Field. Off we go to the 8th inning. Trash Pandas trail it by a deuce. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
When you call most roofing companies, all you'll hear is, you need a new roof. Not when you call Fleming. At Fleming Roofing and Restoration, we're focused on your needs, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement. Folks around here have trusted Fleming since 1965 for all their residential and commercial roofing needs. And as the area's storm damage experts, Fleming knows all the ins and outs of the insurance claims process. Log on FlemingHSV.com to schedule your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
8th inning is here on this kind of a sleepy Sunday with the crowd, everything going on. It's 5-3 in favor of the Barons, but tell you what, I'll pass it over to Josh Carey, and he'll give you a station ID here momentarily.
I will, as soon as this first pitch is thrown, and it's high and away to Jack Thompson. It's 1-0. Let's give our stations a chance to identify themselves. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
HD 97.7.2, WZZN FM, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Talk Radio WZZN.
Next pitch rolled to second by Thompson. Easy play for Campbell, who throws to first in time. 2 pitches, 1 out in the 8th inning as Birmingham 5 outs away from a win. Thompson rolls out to second. He's 0 for 4 with an RBI ground out. And now J.J. DeRazio, 1 of 3, a single, a line out to center, and a bounce out to second. Pierce George, the new pitcher for Birmingham, making his second appearance of the series. And we'll get you his numbers in just a moment. Right on right, 5-3 Birmingham with the lead as we're just past the 5 o'clock hour in the Magic City. First pitch is a breaking ball that hits the outside corner. That was a slider. It's 0-1. George pitched here on Friday. When an inning allowed 2 hits, a run was earned. He walked 1 and struck out another. Off the line at first is Briley. Here's the 0-1. And another breaking pitch, another curveball. There's a strike. It will go to 0-2, and it's just ended in the Meadowlands at Spain over Argentina 1-0. And congratulations to Spain as they wrap up the World Cup championship. DeRazio will dig back in. George, 1-0, a 9.72 ERA, right on right against DeRazio, who whiffs at another curveball. A lot of movement on that bender, down and in. And swinging through it was DeRazio. That'll be strikeout number 1 for George. And suddenly the 5th strikeout of the game for Birmingham. 2 quick outs in the 8th inning. And here's Mac McCroskey, who's 2 of 3, 2 singles and a flyout to center. 9th appearance for George, all in relief. 9 innings now, 11 hits, 9 runs, all earned. He's given up 2 homers while hitting 2 and walking 7 and striking out 26. Opponents hitting .237 against him. First pitch is a slider down and away. 1-0 on the right-handed hitter. 3-10-0 for Rocket City, 5-3-0 for Birmingham. It makes no sense. Right on right. Next pitch by George. Fastball cut through and missed. Going to even at a ball and a strike. Rocket City, in fact, the last 2 days, they have out-hit Birmingham to this point 21-7, and yet they're in danger of losing both games.
It's wild.
From the belt, 1-1. Fastball missing high and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. But what's the difference today? Well, 2 of the 3 hits by Birmingham have left the yard. Can't defend that. Your pitcher's got to keep the ball down. Right on right as McCroskey ready to go. The 2-1. Here it is. There's another strike. Threw him a 4-seam fastball. Caught the lower inside corner. 2-2. Meanwhile, for the Trash Pandas, they have only 1 extra base hit, and that was a double in this ball game. And they've also left 9 more on base this evening. Here's the set again by George. The 2-2 on the way. Big curveball. That's going to miss down and in. It'll run full to 3 balls and 2 strikes, but they still have a chance. A walk would bring the tying run to the plate. 3-2 on the right-handed hitter. There is a right-hander throwing for Rocket City. That might be Jovan. The payoff pitch on the way. Fastball swung through and missed. Mack goes down on strikes. 98 on that pitch by George. And despite his struggling numbers, he tosses a 1-2-3 8th inning, striking out 2 of the 3 men he faces. That is also the 6th strikeout of the game for Birmingham pitchers. We'll move to the bottom of the 8th. Rocket City down 5-3. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Now, Jimmy, you better not be eating that baseball again.
But, Dad, I yearn for the sweet taste of the sport. This is the best that I got.
Well, then, put down that ball and let's head over to the yard for something a little less rubber-y.
Don't eat your glove this season. Take advantage of our Big Zone deals and head on over to the Yard Milkshake Barn right outside of Toyota Field, where you'll find sweet treats like the Biscoff Cheesecake, Sweet Heat Mango, Shirley Temple Floats, and so many more. It's the Yard Milkshake Barn. Make this summer a home run hit.
You invest in your customers with your heart, soul, and skill. Well, it's time to invest in yourself with the next generation Cat 255 compact track loaders from Thompson Tractor. After all, those who give their best deserve the best. And this machine has it all. With features that include a more powerful engine, tri-axle truck loading capabilities, a spacious cab, and a smooth ride for all-day comfort. Thompson Tractor knows how much value you place on your customer satisfaction. It's how you build your business. It's also how we build ours. Since 1957, hardworking folks like you have counted on Thompson to provide the absolute best lineup of equipment in the industry, all backed by a customer service and product support team that time and again have proven to be second to none. It's all about maintaining peak performance. Always has been, always will be. Visit ThompsonTractor.com for details. Thompson Tractor, we're here for you.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Kenyon Jovan on to pitch the bottom of the 8th for Rocket City as the Trash Pandas trail at 5-3. Due up for the Barons, middle part of the order. Smith, Campbell, and Zavala against Jovan, who takes over for Jose Gonzalez, who went 2 innings, allowed a hit, a run. It was earned. He walked none and struck out none. So Jovan, his first appearance since the All-Star break, and the offering misses with a fastball low. 1-0 to Smith, who Rocket City just has not figured out this weekend. He's 1 of 1. He's got the big blast, a 3-run homer back in the 3rd inning. He's also walked twice. He has walked 6 times over 3 games. Right on left, here's the 1-0. Swung on and missed. There's a cutter inside. Going to even out a ball and a strike on Smith, who again is formerly of the Nationals organization. He'll take a moment, step out of the box, and dig back in just a moment. Kenyon will give you his numbers in just a moment. He last pitched, I believe it was Saturday. I'll have to take a look at that. No, it wasn't Saturday. It was Friday as the fastball misses low. 2-1. He tossed a scoreless 9th inning, got the save. No hits, a walk, and a strikeout against Chattanooga. Rocket City won that game 7-5. It was his 7th save of the year. He has split the closing duties with Luke Murphy, but Luke has gotten the lion's share this season. From the belt, the kick in the 2-1. Swung on, lined into right field, sinking fast, diving, and unable to come up with it is Thompson. He knocks it down, keeps it in front of him, gets it back in, but Boston Smith, my goodness, another base hit. A sinking line drive. If it hangs up for just another split second, Thompson probably gets the ball, but it went down on him, and unfortunately Thompson couldn't make another sliding catch. That'll be a single by Smith, only the 4th hit of the game for Birmingham, and he got one on with no one out for Dylan Campbell, who's 0 of 3, 2 strikeouts, 1 swinging, and a line out to center. By the way, Smith has 2 of the 4 hits today for Birmingham.
That's wild. 5 hit, yeah. How about that?
Right on right. Here's Campbell, first pitch. There's a strike as he gave him a sinker. That one was actually low, but it was called a strike. 0-1. Let's see. Yovan for the year, 4-2, 3.21 ERA. 31st appearance, all in relief. 7 of 9 in saves, 33 2/3 innings, 21 hits, 13 runs, 12 earned, 2 homers allowed, 7 hit batsmen, and 13 walks. As the pitch is sliced foul off to the right, it will go to 0-2. He has walked 13, struck out 40, opponents only hitting 172 against him. There is a right-hander throwing in the Birmingham bullpen, so it looks like we'll see someone other than Pierce George in the 9th, and that is perfectly okay because he was dominant in the 8th inning. Right on right, Yovan. Sidestep delivery, pitch is swung and tapped foul at home plate. It will go to no balls and 2 strikes. By the way, quick update from Anaheim. Angels playing the Tigers, and the Halos lead at 3-1 in the bottom of the 6th. They're trying to prevent a sweep this afternoon. Tigers won the first 2 games rather easily. Ryan Johnson started that game for the Halos. The set again. Here's the 0-2. Fastball down and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Allowed a run on 2 hits over 5 innings. Also struck out 5 and walked 3. Sammy Natera Jr. tossed a 1-2-3-6 and struck out 2 of the 3 men he faced. Good for Sammy.
He's been pitching well.
Yes, he has. And we saw what he could do last year. He's quite the talent. 1-2 by Yovan. Here it is. Swung on, looped out into shallow right again, charging in Thompson. Still coming. He dives, goes off his glove again. It drops in, and the runners will move up. Another little flare, and if he's playing a step shallow, he gets to the ball. He came charging in. This time it caught him on the heel of the glove. The other one fell in front of him before he knocked it down, but 2 little dying quails into right field, and Birmingham has gotten both of them to drop, and suddenly they've got runners at first and second with no one out, and Samuel Zavala coming to the plate.
Yeah, they've been living right in this series, man.
Zavala, 0 of 2, pop-ups to third and short. He's also walked, thrown, now trying to steal. He now squares the bunt, pulls it back, takes it inside 1-0, and if you're Yovan, you cannot afford to give up another run here. Rocket City already down 2. Due up in the 9th for the Trash Pandas, it will be the top of the order. Nick Rodriguez, Rowdy Rodriguez, and Monroe. From the belt, he squares around. Yovan delivers, and he takes it inside. It's 2-0. Don't try to get too fine here. Take the out. Waiting on deck for what it's worth is Jorge Corona. And then in the hole is T.J. McCants. A lot of room to the left side. This may be a great time to pull back and slap one past the left side of the infield. In at third is Monroe. He squares again, the 2-0, and that time he took a strike, a fastball. It will go to 2-1. By the way, for the Angels today at the plate, Zach Neto, 1 of 3. Nolan Shanoel, 3 of 4. And that's really it with former Trash Pandas. 2-1 on the left-handed hitter. Slightly open stance. A look back of second. The delivery. He bunts and he puts it down beautifully. The catcher, Durazio, up, fires to first in time. That'll be a sacrifice. That goes 2-3. He bunted it up the first base line by about 10 feet in. Durazio did a great job going up the first base line, barehanding it. His throw was low, but able to dig it out was Bartolero. Smith goes second to third. Campbell goes first to second. And the sac bunt goes 2-3 as the runners move up by Zavala. So your infield will come in. Here's Corona right against right. Corona 0 of 3, a ground out to short and 2 flyouts, 1 to center, 1 to right. Birmingham with a chance to put the ball game away. Right on right, first pitch. Down and away with a fastball. It's 1-0.
You got to keep them at 5 runs here somehow, some way.
They play him straight away in the outfield. Yovan could really use a strikeout. Right on right, here's the set and the 1-0. Fastball grounded past third into left field for a hit. 1 is in. At third is Campbell. They'll give him the red light as the throw comes back in from Flint. But a RBI single by Jorge Corona past a drawn-in infield. It's now 6-3. And those two bloops come home to roost. Second to third goes Campbell. In to score is Smith. And for Corona, that'll be his 16th RBI of the season.
I say things somehow even out in the game of baseball. I don't think this game today is what they meant by evening out as far as the hits.
Not this weekend. Right on left, here is T.J. McCants. And the first pitch to him is a fastball down and in, 1-0. Now, that being said, Kenyon not doing himself any favors. He struggled to stay ahead of the count. McCants, a strikeout swinging, a ground out to first, and a fly out to center. And again, Rocket City, I mentioned Knoxville has lost 4 in a row. The problem is, over those 4 games, Rocket City has lost 3 of 4. Mm-hmm. Next pitch, a swing and a miss. Fastball. Going to go to 1-1. You don't get a lot of chances, believe it or not, to gain ground on a team, but Rocket City has had plenty. 1-1 on the left-handed hitter, and what's even more frustrating, you're facing a team that's really struggling in Birmingham. A look over at third. Next pitch. That one will miss down and away. 2 balls and a strike on the left-handed hitter as Birmingham touches up Yovan for 1 in the 8th. In fact, Rocket City's bullpen has struggled this weekend. They've given up 2 runs over the last 2 innings. One of them left the yard. McCants ready again. 2-1, here it is. Fastball golfed into center field. Starting in, now moving to his left, making the catch. Rodriguez, runner tags at third. Throw will come to the plate. It's going to be up the line. A sac fly into center by T.J. McCants. Scoring from third, Dylan Campbell. Remaining at first is Corona, and it's 7-3.
Well, give them credit, man. They've been in situations to try and bring in some of these runs, and they've taken advantage. And it was the walks and those free passes in that third, and then 3-run home run by Boston Smith. And you know what? They're not a great team on paper, but they've made it they've made the plays when it has counted today and yesterday.
Here's Brendan Dixon in the first pitch to him. Fastball lined into left field. Another base hit. That was a sweeper well low, but he went down there and got it and shot it into left field. And rough day today for Yovan as he gives up a single to Dixon. That'll be his 2nd hit of the game. He also had the solo home run last inning. A line out to third and a walk. He's actually hitting the ball well today as Corona goes first to second. That is the 4th hit of the inning off of Yovan, and here comes Tim Levesque, who's made many trips out there today, and he'll have a word with Yovan. So Rocket City will be down at least 4 entering the 9th inning. And look, even the worst of teams have great moments, and that's exactly what Birmingham has had the last 2 days. You just wish it had come against someone else. But Rocket City will get 12 more games against these guys over the final 8 weeks, and you just hope the Trash Pandas can take advantage of what has been a rough year for Birmingham. Tim makes his way off the field, and Jacob Burke will come to the plate. He's 0 of 3, a hit by pitch, a stolen base, a run scored. He's also twice grounded to short, and he's flied out to left. Simply put, the Barons have done the things this weekend that the Trash Pandas have not. Check of second. First pitch. And that one will miss high. That was a 4-seam fastball. Actually, I caught the upper inside. Well, actually, I'm looking at the wrong thing, aren't I? I'm looking at the Angels game. My apologies. Checking the computer. Right on right. The 1-0. There's a strike as he fired a fastball. 1-1. By the way, I also want to mention one other thing about McCants. I mentioned I hadn't remembered him from his days at the University of Alabama. Well, he was only there 1 year. The previous 3, he was with Ole Miss. So that's where I got confused. Here's the kick and the 1-1. Swung on, bounced deep short, ranging to his right, fielding, sidearm toss to second in time by McCroskey. Good play by Mack over to cover Nick Rodriguez. 6-4 on the fielder's choice will retire Brendan Dixon, and that will retire the side. But 2 big insurance runs for the Barons. Both are earned. They do it on 4 hits. There were no errors in the inning and 2 men left on base. We'll go to the 9th. Rocket City trailing at 7-3. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At AFIX, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. AFIX takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust AFIX as their partner. Call AFIX today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
Tom Abraham here for my longtime friend Mike Owen of Owen Home Appliance. You know, Mike has over 25 years experience in the appliance industry, and since 2017, Owen Home Appliance has served customers in the Tennessee Valley with a focus on quality products, affordable prices, and excellent customer service. Owen Home Appliance prides themselves on community involvement as well, sponsoring local teams and events while making sure that you get the right appliance at the right price. Visit their highly interactive showroom in Lacey Springs, just 8 miles south of the river on 231.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Jackson Kelly will come on in relief for the Barons. He wears number 17. He'll make his second appearance of the series. He's also their fifth pitcher of the game as he takes over for Pierce George, who tossed a 1-2-3 eighth inning, his lone inning of work, and he struck out 2 of the 3 men he faced. 7-3, Birmingham with the lead. They're 3 outs away from a win. And it's the top of the order duo for Rocket City as Nick Rodriguez chops at the first pitch to third. Up with it, throw to first in time by Bonnemer over to first. 1 pitch, 1 out in the 9th inning. As I haven't said this often about Nick Rodriguez, he's 0 for 5 today.
It's going to probably end his 8-game hitting streak, obviously, but still been swinging a hot bat.
1 out. Here is Rowdy Rodriguez, 2 of 4, 2 singles, a run scored, a stolen base, and 2 strikeouts, both of them swinging. Kelly pitched here on Friday. When an inning and a third scoreless, he retired all 4 men he faced, pitches inside 1-0, and he struck out 1, so he looked good in that performance. Kelly, he's the submarine artist. Below the belt, next pitch, and he fires the changeup outside. It will go to 2-0. Kelly 0-2, a 2.38 ERA, 32nd appearance, all in relief. He's 6 of 7 in saves. However, this is a non-save situation. Next pitch. Swung on, rolled to second. Moving to his right to field is Campbell. Throw to first is in time. Quickly 2 gone in the 9th inning. And the last chance for Rocket City will be Jake Monroe, who's 1 of 4. A single, a fly out to center, and 2 ground outs to third. Kelly now 46 innings, 34 hits, 19 runs, 12 earned. He's allowed 3 homers while hitting 4, walking 42, and striking out. Now, I'm looking at the wrong line. I apologize. Boy, I went way off, didn't I? First pitch is slapped into left field for a base hit. Jake Monroe will get his second hit of the ball game. That'll be hit number 11 for Rocket City. And 1 man on with 2 men out for Tucker Flint, who's 0 for 2. A fielder's choice to first, 2 walks, a run scored. He's also flied out to center. Kelly, 6 of 7 in saves, 46 innings, 34 hits, 19 runs, 12 earned. He's allowed 3 homers. He's hit 4, walked 17. And struck out 44. Opponents hitting 211 against him. He's now allowed 35 hits after that single by Monroe. Right on left, here's Flint. Pitch to Tucker. Going to miss high with a curveball. It's 1-0 on the left-handed hitter. Rocket City about to drop to 45-44 on the year. 10-11 for the second half. Birmingham will up its record to 34-56. 8-13 for half number 2. As the next offering is inside, a curveball. 2 balls and no strikes. Kelly out of Marietta, Georgia. That's God's country. Just down the road from the Braves Stadium. Atlanta won today, by the way, over the Rangers 8-5. Next pitch, outside. Missed with another curve. 3 balls and no strikes, and you can bet your bottom dollar here that Tucker will be taking. Monroe leads at first. Briley plays behind him. Kelly, long look in. He'll go back to the letters, now moving to the belt. And the pitch is swung on and missed. You know what? They did call a strike. The second pitch was called a strike. I thought it was way off the plate. My apologies. So it's 2-2. That wasn't a 3-0 pitch. That was a 2-1 pitch. Now it's 2-2. That one caught me off guard. So a chance for Kelly to end the ball game. Monroe leads from first. The 2-2 swung on, bounced softly to second, up with it, underhand toss to first, just in time. As over to cover was the pitcher Kelly. It's in time and the game is over. That was a nice play. Riley had come off the bag at first to try and field that ball. He couldn't get to it. Campbell came charging in. He fielded it. Over to cover was Kelly. That'll be a 4-1 putout to retire Tucker Flint and Rocket City. Oh, frustrating weekend. They dropped 2 of 3 to a beleaguered Birmingham team. And in these final 2 games, Rocket City, they out-hit Birmingham, 22-11, and yet somehow the Barons win the last 2 games of this series, 6-4 last night and 7-3 this afternoon. As in the ninth for Rocket City, no runs on 1 hit, no errors. They leave 1 more man, and for Jackson Kelly, he tosses a scoreless 9th inning, allows that 1 hit, no walks, and he struck out no one as well. Again, Birmingham wins 7-3. By the way, final line on Kenyon Yovan, 1 inning, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, no walks, and no strikeouts for Rocket City. Again, Birmingham wins it 7-3. We'll take a timeout, come back with the Northrop Grumman postgame show right after this. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Crestwood Medical Center is committed to keeping patients safe, so please don't delay in getting treatment when you need emergency care. Visit CrestwoodMedCenter.com to see what they are doing to keep you safe.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care.
Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At Afix, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. Afix takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust Afix as their partner. Call Afix today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN. Another one is in the books. Now, let's head to postgame. Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN is brought to you by Frame World, Wow, Crestwood Medical Center, Northrop Grumman, Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, and by Fleming Roofing and Restoration.
Hello and welcome into the Northrop Grumman postgame show, everyone. Josh Carey with you. Back at Mission Command running the boards is Daniel Williams, and unfortunately the news not so good for the second day in a row as Rocket City loses 2 of 3 to the Birmingham Barons, which I did not have on my bingo card entering this weekend. Remember, Rocket City won the first game on Friday 5-3, and then over the last 2 games, Rocket City out-hit the Barons 22-11, and yet Rocket City the Trash Pandas lose both games, 6-4 last night, 7-3 this afternoon. Rocket City, it should be noted, left 22 men on base over these last 2 games. And again, they come up short today. They wind up losing 2 of 3 to Birmingham. They are now 45-44 on the year, 10-11 for the second half. Meanwhile, Birmingham now 34-56 on the campaign. They are 8-13 in half number 2. Let's roll through what happened in this ball game, and unfortunately for Rocket City, they really needed a good start today from Nate Snead, and unfortunately Nate just did not have it today. He wound up going 2 1/3 innings. He allowed 4 earned runs on 5 walks. He only surrendered 2 hits. He also struck out 3, but he just didn't have his command. He really had a hard time locating his fastball, and the offense by the Barons would start in the bottom of the first. On the very first pitch by Nate Snead, and really this was a sign of things to come, he hit Jacob Burke with a pitch. He actually hit him in the helmet. Fortunately, Burke was okay. He would trot to first. He would then steal second, and then with one away, it was Caleb Bonnemer who would roll a ground ball single into center field just to the left of second. Burke scored from second on the play, and that gave the Barons an early 1-0 lead. By the way, this was all after a 47-minute rain delay to start the afternoon. So it was 1-0 at that point. Snead, fortunately, was able to settle down. He only faced 4 men in the second, gave up a walk, no runs, and got through the second inning okay. But then his command issues got the better of him in the third inning. He would walk Alec Briley and Bonnemer to lead things off in the third inning. Suddenly, runners were at first and second. There were no one out. Boston Smith got ahead of the count 2-0. Finally, it was Snead who had to groove one over the plate, and Smith was waiting as he belted a 3-run homer over the right field wall. It was his 6th stinger of the year, RBI 11, 12, and 13. It was his 2nd home run of the series, also his 2nd, 3rd, and 4th RBI of the series, and that would give the Barons a commanding 4-0 lead. To Rocket City's credit, they would make a game of it as they immediately got off the deck and put 2 runs on the board in the top of the 4th inning against starting pitcher Jake Polish, I should say, of the Barons. Leading off the inning was Tucker Flint. He would draw a walk. He would then move to third on a double by Caleb Bardolero, and from there, Rocket City would play small ball as Cole Fontanelle came to the plate. He would roll out to first base, scoring Flint from third and bringing Bardolero over to third. That would make it a 4-1 ball game, and then with a runner at third and one away, it was Jake Thompson who would ground out to short, bringing in Bardolero. So it's not exciting, it's not pretty, but it gets the job done. Rocket City scores 2 runs on RBI groundouts, and that would make it a 4-2 ball game. Trash Pandas would add another run in the 5th inning. Rowdy Rodriguez, who was deathly quiet all week, he finished with 2 hits today, though. He would single, steal second, and then 3 batters later, after a walk and a single, loaded the bases with 1 away. Cole Fontanelle rolled into a 4-6 fielder's choice. He nearly beat the Rap at first base to prevent a double play. That fielder's choice scored Rowdy from third, and Rocket City was to within 1 at 4-3. But after Jake Thompson flew out to right to end the inning, Rocket City at the end of 5 frames or 5 at-bats had left 7 men on base for the ball game. They left 2 on in the 2nd, 2 more in the 4th, and 2 more in the 5th. And those were the highlights as Rocket City just could never come across with that big hit. So it was 4-3 at that point, and things would stay that way all the way until the bottom of the 7th. Now, it should be noted Rocket City's last best chance to score came in the top of the 7th inning. With 1 out, Jake Monroe would single. He was then erased on a fielder's choice by Tucker Flint for out number 2. Bardolero would draw a walk to put runners at first and second with 2 away, but Cole Fontanelle would strike out looking to end that threat. From there, it was all Barons. They added a run in the 7th as Brendan Dixon, the 9th place hitter, only hitting 162 for the year, went deep over the left field wall against Jose Gonzalez for his 4th home run of the year, RBI number 10. It was a solo blast as that gave the Barons a 5-3 lead at that point. And then in the 8th inning against Kenyon Yovan, the Barons would tack on 2 more runs. Boston Smith led off with a single. He would move to second on another single by Dylan Campbell. Both were little bloops into shallow right field. Samuel Zavala would then lay down a sacrifice bunt to the catcher, moving the runners up. And then against a drawn-in infield, Jorge Corona would slap a single into left field. That would bring in Smith to make it 6-3. Campbell took third. And then finally, T.J. McCants would hit a sac fly to center to bring in Campbell for the game's final run. And again, Birmingham wins it by the final of 7-3. Here are your totals. Rocket City, 3 runs, 11 hits, no errors. They leave 10. Birmingham, 7 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They leave 6. Nick Altermat will get the win in relief. He moves to 1-1. He goes 2 innings, 3 hits, a run. It was earned. He walked 1 and struck out another. Again, he's 1-1 on the year. Nate Snead will suffer the loss as he drops to 2-5 for the Trash Pandas. 2 1/3 innings, 2 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 5 walks, and 3 strikeouts. No save. Time of game was 2 hours and 31 minutes. The attendance, a paltry 2,076, and really it wasn't that many, as Birmingham defeats Rocket City this afternoon by the final score of 7-3. There's a look at what happened in this ball game. We'll take one more break on the Northrop Grumman postgame show. Come back and wrap it up right after this. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
We can tell you how we're pushing the boundaries of innovation, how we're building Sentinel, America's next generation ICBM system, sustaining deterrence for decades to come. We can tell you how we're delivering the world's first 6th-gen plane, or even how we're making record-breaking microchips smaller than a grain of sand. But why do that when we can show you? Visit Northrop Grumman at ngc.com to see for yourself.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Josh Carey back here to wrap it up on the Northrop Grumman postgame show. Again, Rocket City falls today to Birmingham by the final score of 7-3. And the mission at Northrop Grumman is to be at the forefront of technology and innovation, delivering superior capability in tandem with maximized cost efficiencies. The security solutions they provide help secure freedoms for our nation as well as those of our allies. That's going to do it for us here this weekend. If there's a little silver lining to what has otherwise been a dismal weekend for Rocket City, it's this. Chattanooga lost today. That means Rocket City is still a game in front in the second half standings to the Lookouts. Also at this hour, Knoxville is losing to Montgomery 4-0 at the end of one. The Smokies are really struggling. So if that holds, Rocket City will only be a game back of Knoxville for first place in the second half standings. And who do the Trash Pandas have coming up next? Well, it's the Knoxville Smokies. We'll get a huge 6-game series with them underway next week with a 6:35 start on Tuesday. 6:20 will be the airtime here on Talk Radio WZZN, as well as Talk Radio WZZN, as well as ESPN 97.7 The Zone when we play game 1 of 6 against the Smokies. Right-hander Ryan Costew will go to the bump for Rocket City. It's had an up-and-down year, 6-5, a 6.44 ERA, but we've seen what he can do. We'll see if he can get off to a good start on Tuesday. Knoxville has not announced their rotation just yet, but we'll know more about that by this time tomorrow, I'm sure. But again, a 6:20 airtime on Tuesday, 6:35 first pitch, as again, Rocket City will take on Knoxville. Game 1 of 6 from Toyota Field. Hopefully you can join us at Toyota Field for all the action, but if you can't, you can join us right here on both ESPN 97.7 The Zone and Talk Radio WZZN for all the action. Special thank you back at Mission Command for all the hard work this afternoon from Daniel Williams. And, of course, thank you to all of you for listening to Rocket City Trash Pandas Baseball. Again, your final score this afternoon, it's Birmingham over the Trash Pandas by the final score of 7-3. For Chris Harris and for Daniel Williams and for everyone with the Rocket City Trash Pandas, this is Josh Carey saying so long, everybody. This has been Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Thank you for listening to Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN. Trash Panda Baseball has been brought to you by Frame World, Wow, Crestwood Medical Center, Northrop Grumman, Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, and by Fleming Roofing and Restoration. HD 97.7.2, WZZN FM Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Talk Radio WZZN.